Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pumpin' no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first take.
Bro, you know, I've been wanting to do this podcast with you because, bro, since the first time I met you, I thought you had an interesting story. I just told my homeboy Maine, I was like, it's a short list of people I want to do a podcast with. You probably at the top. The other person is Flyer. I want to do a podcast with Flyer, too.
I just seen him last night.
For real?
Yeah.
Bro, it's just y'all two I really
hard.
want to do a pod with right now, dog.
Yeah, he hard, though.
Because, like, bro, I was telling Maine, like, the thing about this podcasting thing is, like, it had its wave where it was hot, and, like, it's like everybody had a story, and what's the new stories you gonna tell? And I think the only interesting story is your story because I don't want to give it away too soon, but... Bro, you got an interesting story, dog. Like, you probably don't even remember that time we was at, you had a back-to-school drive in East Boundary, right?
Yeah, we was outside.
Yeah, I asked you like a million questions because I was like, bro, you from here? I didn't even know you was from there.
Yeah. It was lit, too, man.
Yeah, I asked you a million questions because I was like, damn, nigga, that's an interesting-ass story. So, bro, I want the people listening to get the story, though. So, you from Augusta, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
So, how was it in Augusta back then, though, bro? Because, bro, I moved to Augusta. Well, I actually went to Terrence Manor for kindergarten. I went to Jamestown for first grade. Then I moved to Germany for 6 years. Then when I came back, I lived in Columbia County.
Yeah.
I lived in Columbia County the whole time. So how was it in Augusta back then, like when you was a kid?
So basically for me, it's like I was born in the bottom. So I was raised between like Underwood, East Boundary. We lived on Walker Street, East Augusta. I lived whole bottom, you know what I'm saying? So, like, most of my family, like, that's where everybody at. So it was like...
You moved a lot, though?
Yeah. I moved a lot because, like, you know, Section 8. So we was like... I think after maybe 4th grade, like, every year, I was at a different school, different elementary school, different middle school every year. So,
What all elementary schools you went to?
Hornsby, Craig Houghton, Collins, Jenkins White, John Milledge. That's
Shit.
5, bro.
How many elementary schools is it in Augusta?
That's a lot. It's a
Oh,
lot,
I ain't know that. I ain't know
it's
that.
a lot, huh? I'm telling you,
I was about to say.
yeah, I went to all of them. That's why, like, for me, it's like it's cool because, like, I went to like moving around like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I met a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with a lot of people around the city, so it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're moving around, you know, that's why I be by myself a lot because, like, I know everybody. I don't know everybody, but I know like some of everybody.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
So what did you do? Like, were you into sports when you was younger? Or like, what was your dream job when you was a kid before you even started getting into real estate? Because I know real estate wasn't the first thing you thought of.
Nah, I ain't. Nah, I never really even thought about it until like probably like 22. So it was like, and it wasn't really even real estate. It was just like business in general.
Yeah.
It just so happened
Just what you could do.
Be real estate, yeah. But what I was into before then, I played basketball. So at North Augusta High, so I played there.
How'd you get to North Augusta?
So I got North Augusta because when I was in what grade? 7th grade, I got taken into like with a new family. Like after that 7th grade year, so 8th grade, I went to North Augusta. I lived there. I ended up going to Paul Knox Middle School over there. And so
you adopted?
I wouldn't say I'm not adopted, but I was taken into a new family. You feel me? So it's like I ain't go through no adoption agency or nothing like that. But
So how did that work?
kind of sort of. So basically, like I was hooping, and I was moving around kind of by myself. So it's like it's easy to spot a kid that's like no, my parents weren't around. Like my dad, he.
You familiar with the Jimmy Butler story?
A little bit, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
similar
yeah.
situation.
Somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhat. So I was moving around by myself probably like when I was in 7th grade trying out for a AAU team. And then it's like kind of like the coaches and stuff that kind of like seeing I was moving by myself. So it's like we want to help him. You know, I always had like respect for like my elders and stuff like that. So it's easy for people to want to help you when you like that. So they helped me out. And then, you know, it went from that to that being like my family. Yeah. So that's
And they lived in North Augusta.
yeah.
Was it like a big difference from you coming from Southside Augusta or Underwood going to North Augusta?
Big difference.
What was the biggest culture shock for you though?
It was like, so for me, it was the difference was like, you know, we come from the turf, so we born and raised on like fighting and you know you gotta be on that, you know what I'm saying, or you getting bullied. It's just what it was. So you automatically on that. But when I got over there, it's like, dang. It's like so many white people. Like, straight up, bro. It's like, dang, like, I don't gotta go to school looking to fight today, you know what I'm saying? Or getting into it. You know, it's just like I could just be a kid. That was the biggest thing, bro. So it went from like being a kid that was like fending for itself like every day, like kind of being like your own man. You feel me? So I went from that to actually being a kid again. So it was like a big difference. It was a big difference.
So what's one of the first things you did though after you realized that you didn't have to live how you used to live? Because like, okay, I got a homeboy. He come from Columbus, Georgia, right? First day of school, and you're not gonna believe this. First day of school, he had on a Dickie suit and some aluminum foil in his mouth, acting like he had a grill. Tell me why the second day of school he had on a polo fit, looking just like Young Dro.
Oh yeah,
because we went to school in Columbia County.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. You sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Did you
for
go
sure.
cop the Birkenstocks and the Sperry's?
Nah, we weren't turned up like that, bro. Like when I first started over there, like everybody that was a part of like that team, all the parents kind of came together and donated clothes. I think like gift cards, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To give me like a little starter kit.
Yeah.
You know? So we ended up getting like clothes donated. My granny, she took all the clothes, go get them starts for me. I went to school, boy, I had crease, like real crease in my jeans.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's how I started, bro. And you know, we got by though. It went like we walked to a situation. It was like life changing. Like we weren't rich or nothing like that. It just different households. So it's like, you know, it's different when it's just love. You feel what I'm saying? So that's enough right there. That was the start. You know what I'm saying? I just had people around that like cared for me, wanted to see me like succeed in whatever I did. So that was like the biggest difference.
So what did you do after high school?
Boy.
Because you planned on if you played basketball, you planned on going to school for ball, didn't you?
Nah, I already knew I wasn't that good. So I ain't know.
So you were playing ball and you already felt like you wasn't good enough to go to college. I thought everybody thought they was going to the NBA when they played ball.
Nah, bro, you gotta be realistic with yourself. Even like as a grown man, I still think the same way. It's like I know I ain't going to the NBA. I don't fit the requirement.
Why you say that? You think because you're not tall enough?
I want to say tall enough. I ain't had the skills all the way there. I don't want to go in the NBA, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing that. So after high school, it's like, what I did. I was already 18, so I was looking at it for what it was. Like, nobody responsible for me no more. So I'm thinking, like, I need to figure out how to go make some money. So immediately when I graduated, like 2 weeks later, I started college because at Aiken Tech, they had I started college at Aiken Tech because they had a program for radiation protection, and they paid $600 if you go for 6 weeks. So I did that. I made that $600. I graduated. Yeah.
What was that? That was a scholarship?
Nah, it wasn't no scholarship. It was
like, a grant?
It was kind of like a grant, like how they have SRS.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a little starter kit for them. So you go through their program, and if you stick out like the 6 weeks, you make $600, and then I think how it was, and then if you did the 2 years, then it's kind of like you can go straight in they field and start making money. So that went good. I was working. I worked a job. I was working at Roses, so I worked there, and I was going to school. It went straight like the summertime.
That's a clothing store, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not clothing. It's like a
Department store?
It's like a small, like kind of like just a bigger Dollar General or something.
Oh, okay. Because only thing I know about that store is they be having the 5XL tees.
Man, I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I make T-shirts.
How you know about it?
Bro, I make T-shirts, and they be having the 5XL tees. Yeah, that's the only place you can get them from.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about it.
I'm telling you, bro, they the only store with the 5 and 6XL tees.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, so I was working and going to school, and then after that, I think that's what I did for that first summer, and then I went one more semester, then I flunked out after that because I was working too much. It's like I had real bills. I had an apartment at 19, bro. So, and I had done bought my first car, apartment, 19. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having real responsibilities. So I couldn't go to school and work at the same time. Like something had to go, but I had a feeling for myself, so I just kept working.
Did you change your major when you was in college after you finished that program?
No, I ain't had time. I flunked out.
You
Like
flunked out before you
semester.
got the 600?
No, I made it 600.
Oh, okay.
But when fall started, it was over with. After I went fall, straight to the dirt. I ain't lying.
How was your attendance? Your attendance was the issue?
But I don't think I was going as much as I needed to, and I definitely wasn't doing the work. So I was like, but I'm not a good student though. You feel me? So I didn't fit the college criteria. I don't learn that way. I don't get nothing out of sitting down.
You way too realistic with yourself.
Yeah, bro. You
Like,
gotta be, bro.
Bro, a lot of people don't really they not realistic with themselves at all. Like they tell themselves they the smartest motherfucker in the world. They the most ambitious motherfucker in the world. Yeah, that's one thing about you, bro. I ain't never seen you do no shit like that. And most people is like that. Like, bro, believe it or not, me and my homeboy Blue was talking about you yesterday because I want to do this podcast with you yesterday. I wanted him on there. And he don't know you, but he know of you, right? He heard of you. And he view you a certain way. And I was telling him, Roddy ain't like that. And he was like, nah, I heard that nigga got money. He like that. I said, no, nigga, he don't act like that.
Nah, bro, how long you been around me, bro?
Bro, some years now.
Long, not 1, 2 years, bro. It's been maybe 4 years.
Yeah,
I've been
for sure.
knowing you for real. But that's not even just knowing me though. It's more like you been around, you been in the rooms.
Yeah,
you feel
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
I done been around you in a lot of settings.
yeah,
a lot of different
real
settings.
not just photography, just real shit going on right now. So you dealt for that. So that's why I be telling people. I was telling them all that. I was like, I was looking forward to this because it's like you know me. You know what I'm saying? It's like people want to interview you. They don't really know you. They just got like a certain way they view you. So they just think you this way, but I'm not really that way, bro.
Yeah. So he'll be shocked when he see that you're not one of them unrealistic people. Like, nah, I'm the smartest nigga in the world. Because he view himself like that. That's why he said that.
Now it's cool to have. You gotta have confidence, but you gotta be real with yourself before you can. You know what I'm saying? Be real with anybody else. It start with you, bro. So that's how I approach everything. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of backlash for how real I am about stuff because a lot of people don't know how to accept it or retain that. But you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But I love it though. When I'm doing bad, bro, I check myself first. I don't need nobody to tell me oh you messing up this or you ain't do this right. I'm already knowing I'm gonna do better next time though. You feel me? So that's how I do.
Yeah.
That's how I got to this point. Ain't nobody sit me down and literally teach me something. I learned from a lot of different situations or people. I take something from just life. You feel me? But Ain't nobody telling me like you need to do this or you need to do that. This is all like from me getting up, trial and error every day.
Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Because you know what the toughest thing is about us is versus like the last generation is the last generation they didn't become in leadership positions until they was like 40 something, and we young as hell and we already leaders.
Yeah.
Just like I was just thinking about the first time I ever seen you mad was the day we was in that house and they snatched them countertops out the house.
I was tripping.
I wouldn't say you was tripping. It was just my first time seeing you mad. I didn't know how you handled situations in you know in them kind of how you handled conflict in them kind of situations. But you wasn't tripping though. You wasn't tripping at all.
It be teachable moments because I had told them, like I literally had told them what to do. So it's like, bro, you gotta pay attention because it ain't gonna cost you no money, but it cost me money though.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
That was the point.
It's the trying to teach a lesson when money's involved that bring them kind of emotions in.
Yeah, because
that's why I knew exactly why
it's my shit. So nobody gonna feel, what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my money. You know what I'm saying? So if you make a mistake and it cost me, now this one mistake cost me $2,000. You ain't gonna lose no sleep about that 2 bands tonight.
Yeah.
But I gotta figure that out though. You know what I'm saying? And you still expect to get paid at the end of the day.
That's the thing you said though. That's the thing you said that was interesting. You was like, okay, so this happened. Now you expect to get paid, but like this just costs X amount of money.
You in the
so
hole.
how do we fix this?
Yeah, you can't fix this.
And that's how subcontracting work though. A lot of people don't know like when because most people are so Americanized. Only way they can think about work is 9 to 5, punching a clock. So they think like even if I do make a mistake, I get paid. In your line of work, it's subcontracting. So it's like, bro, you get paid off of doing a job, and that doesn't entail how many hours you work. It entails if you do the job right or not. That's how you get paid.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that concept. Yeah.
And it's hard to explain that to somebody like that though, because they still can't really understand what you saying.
Yeah, they punching the clock.
Yeah, they can't understand. It's like, shut up. They like, nigga, shut up. Like that's how they thinking. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
But you just cost me $2,000 though. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that's just how it is though.
And you trying to retain the relationship, but like, yeah, it's just
you
it's
still
different.
you still trying to reason with them. Just
Yeah.
like, so that's why it's like, cause that's how I am with my kids, bro. Like I don't just be going off and tripping. Like I be trying to talk to them to teach them, like show them like I guess like the value in whatever just happened. Like instead of like just approaching them and making them feel like they in trouble. Cause my son, he always think he in trouble when I have to like, you feel me? Like
How old he is now?
3. He about to be 4.
Okay.
So I had to like, come here, and then just talk to him like that. And he get it though, you know what I'm saying? He be knowing better. He a kid, so he's still gonna do it. But that's the same thing I think about like when I communicate with adults. It's the same thing, bro. You just try to show them why you feel the way you feel. So that's how, like in them situations, I have to talk to them and tell them like, from my point of view, because from your point of view, you don't care, but you gotta see it from my point of view. But this ain't your shit, so it just is what it is.
Yeah. So you said after high school, you was in school, you had a job at Rose's. What you did after that?
So I was working at Rose's, and then I was like, bills kicking in. I wasn't making enough money like I need to, so then I was like, I need to get a better job. So then I started working for MAU. I did Kimberly Clark. I did that, and then and I was same thing, but back then I was working like 16-hour shifts, but I was living in the plants, bro, just grinding, like shit, being like 20 years old.
What was your motivation though?
It's all I got. You feel me? Like
So
it's the same
you was
thing
just going
now.
to the plant working 16-hour shifts just to get the money. You ain't had no
Pay bills, yeah, like just trying to pay bills. Back then, bro, I ain't had no good car. I had my first car was a 88 Ford Bronco too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I ain't like now I got car maintenance, and it car old. Boy, it breaking down every other week.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like tires, boy, I'm getting used tires every other day. Shit like that, bro. So it's just real life. And I
feel you.
had
My
real
first car
bills.
was a box Chevy, so
Yeah,
you
bro.
know I know.
You know, I had real bills, so it's just like, yeah, I ain't really had no planning. And then like when you in a certain point in your life, sometimes you can't really see outside of that, cause nobody really ever like set me down to show. Like my daddy, he died when I was 8, so it was like, and my mama alcoholic, so all that over with. You feel me? So, but nobody literally dare right then to say like, this way you at in life, but just stay the course. You'll be able to probably be here by the time you this age. This what you need to do. Nobody. So like being in that moment, bro, I thought I was doing bad, but being where I'm at right now, looking back at that moment, bro, I was doing good as fuck.
Yeah.
And you gotta like really
You had
understand,
your own
bro.
shit. You
like,
had a job. You was paying the bills.
bro,
And you was 19, 20. You was doing good, bro.
Bro, I'm working with 28-year-old guys, bro, that they mama picking them up from work. And they
Them
going home
niggas
with
was
their
doing
mama.
bad. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. They was doing
Bro, we
bad.
can't even say they was doing
Nah,
bad
they was
either,
doing
though.
bad. Yes, they were.
Oh, shit.
Bro,
shit.
hold on.
28.
I want you to keep going, but let me tell you something real quick.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was 17 years old, right? I had went to jail for a little bit of weed, some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But I ended up standing there like 6 months because I ain't get no bond, and I got out, and I had already dropped out of school, and I went and worked at this Sonic, and it was these two women, because I worked the early morning shift. It was these two women in there. They was grown as fuck. They was like almost 30, and let me remind you, matter of fact, I wasn't even 18 yet. I was still 17. It's my birthday in June. I got out in like April or May. Bruh, I would go outside, smoke a cigarette, come back in the job. They'll be telling me how trash I am. But I'm thinking like, y'all bitches make 50 cents more than me. And y'all bitches 30. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, eventually they fired me. And when they fired me, I said, oh, let me take my ass back to school before I be like these dumb assholes at this job.
Nah,
That's
real.
what I'm saying. The niggas you work with, bruh, they was doing bad, bro.
Yeah, they
Because
were,
when a
bro.
kid working the same place as you, making the same job, you doing bad,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You
yeah.
doing bad.
I wouldn't say you doing bad, but
Nah, you doing bad,
you gotta
dog.
get it together.
Yeah, for
gotta
sure. You gotta
tighten
figure
up.
something out.
Yeah.
Because what you've been doing ain't been working.
Yeah, you gotta
know
tighten
what
up
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And that's what I tell kids nowadays. Like, bro, whenever like I be around younger kids, I be like, bro, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings and like don't just keep keying with people. Like, really hear their story and figure out what they
Yeah.
got going on.
Yeah.
Because that should tell you what to do. Like, you don't have to experience something to learn from it.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
That's how I learned, bro. I learned a lot of stuff. Like my uncle did a lot of prison time for dope. It's like I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I already know that ain't the route to go. You feel me? So I was like, okay, I got to figure this out early, so I don't go down that road. You feel me? But that's how I learned though, bro. But yeah, being that young, bro, it's like I said, like now looking back on that time, it's like I give myself a pat on the back. You feel me?
Yeah.
But being in that moment, bro, and you don't know no better, nobody telling you like how to feel, cause you don't know how to like really put your emotions into a perspective sometimes until like you have a guardian or somebody or a role model or something that kind of like help you navigate how you feel. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro, how did you avoid the streets though, being in that situation, like growing up in the bottom and like having all that type of shit around you? Was it just sports and
Nah, it just because I went to North Augusta. Straight up.
for real?
Straight up, bro.
So that shit pretty much saved your life.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
God is great. For sure.
Yeah.
Like, I tell my granny, I tell everybody that. Like, well, I'm blessed. But, like, I was, receptive to, like, that situation, though. I made that decision myself to go. I didn't have to. It was, like, it was on me to want to stay. I could have just came back home. But how I look at it then, even as a kid, I was like, I got to go do better so I can give my brother and sister a chance.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Like, I gave them a chance. You feel me?
So let's get to the real estate. How did that even come about? Like from working, because you said you started doing real estate from working at Kimberly Clark, right? Nah, you was at Easy Go.
By then, I was at Bridgestone.
Bridgestone, that's what it was. I don't know why the fuck I said Easy Go. I meant to say Bridgestone.
Yeah.
So how'd you go from Kimberly Clark to Bridgestone to doing real estate?
So when I was 20, I went to jail for 3 weeks. I was in jail for 3 weeks. I lost my job at.
Is this Rod with the long dreads?
Yeah,
Somebody
for sure.
told me you had long dreads.
Yeah, I was outside for sure.
Yeah.
So I lost my job being in jail for 3 weeks. And then when I was in jail, I was realistic. I know I'm losing my job. So I'm praying to God. I'm like, man.
What'd you go to jail for?
I went to jail for
Oh, it's some stupid shit because you laughing.
stupid shit for sure. It was for first degree burglary. But that ain't what happened though. It was some other shit that happened with a chick. that I was dating.
Okay.
Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got no record though. So
Yeah.
like that was dropped. I ain't go to court, nothing like that. But I was in jail just because of charge.
Hold up. So let me guess, like y'all got into it and she called the police on some crazy shit, and then when you went to court, they just dropped it.
I want to say we. Hold on, did we get it? I'm gonna say we didn't get into it, but we was into it. So shit was going on already. You feel me?
Yeah.
And she called the police. The police came. Like initially, I went to jail because they said I had a warrant. So that's where it started. They said I had a warrant. So they're like, all right, we gotta book them. So they locked me up for the warrant. I'm assuring them that they got the wrong person. It was like one of my folks. We got the same name. You feel me? Like same name, no middle name, but different birthdays and ages. So long story short, we get down there to the station. They like, yeah, this ain't him. We got the wrong person. Like, all right, we're gonna charge him with this. So they just stuck me with a charge. That's how it really happened for real.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So it was a whole nother situation.
Yeah. So since they done brought me to the station, they're like, well, basically we can't let them go, so we're gonna charge them with something. So they just charged me, and what they charged me with, it was like I couldn't get a bond, like in the very beginning. So I had to get a lawyer.
Yeah, you had to wait till you had a bond hearing.
Yeah, all that. So I sat for 3 weeks, and then lawyer just came and got me out. Like it was over with. Charges was dropped. It wasn't nothing like that. You feel me?
Oh, you ain't even go to court.
I ain't never go to court for it. Not one time. So it was just like literally dropped. No nothing. So that happened, and I was in jail. So I'm knowing like I'm lose my job anyway. So I was talking to God. I was like, I wanna do something with my hands. Like I wanna learn how to work on stuff. Like I just had a thing for that. Like cause those the type of things that like you can't take away. Like but you could always be able to make some money. You feel me? So I want to do stuff like that. So when I got out of jail, I started calling around looking for a job. God answered my prayers. I had found a little job working at a little shop, but the shop I was working at, you had to have like forklift experience. I lied. I ain't had no experience. But Miss B, it's a white lady. She was cool, bro. She just rocked out with me because they was hiring somebody else. Really, it was a sod shop. Like they like had a farm where they like sold sod. So she gave me a shot, bro. I worked up, and the dude she had hired the same day she hired me, he basically like taught me so much stuff in that like 2 years, bro. Like so many different things, and I learned from him, and that's kind of how like I got into. Cause some people be asking me like, well, who taught you how to do this and this and this? But I say like nobody didn't teach me, but working with him, he had showed me and taught me so much. To it's like
Was it hands-on things or was it more so life lessons?
Nah, hands-on for sure.
Okay.
It's like hands-on stuff, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But just being around him gave me the confidence, like all right, even if I don't know exactly how to do it, I can figure it out though. So that's where I'm at. Like that's how I feel about everything else. So that helped me once I bought my first house. Like it wasn't no pressure. Like and it's so crazy because like when people come to me and they ask me about real estate and they wanna like buy a house or they bought it, in the process of buying their first house, the questions that they asked me, it was nobody to ask for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to get it like figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I figured I was doing it quick on the fly. And then not say I did everything right or the best, but trial and error. Like you gonna get better.
So I got to ask you the questions because
Yeah.
you said you brought your first house. How did you save the money up for your first house? You said you was working at Bridgestone at the time, so you had went from that small shop you said to getting a job at Bridgestone, and
Yeah.
then how did you save your money for the house, and how much did you save, and how did you go about getting a loan?
So I say this first. I went. I went. I'm not. I'm not good at saving money. I'm good at investing money. So with that being said,
There you
it's
go,
like,
be realistic again.
yeah, for real, bro.
Because people don't say that shit.
I'll tell you, damn, bro, you really making me think about it now, cause you right. That's literally
Yeah.
just what it is. Like, cause I'm gonna tell you how I tricked myself. What I did was, well, first I'll tell you this: the way I even got to this point of like to say like, okay, I'm gonna buy my first house. It wasn't like a thought like that. It just had came about.
Hmm.
But so what happened was like I almost had got fired at Bridgestone. So it made me look at things a little different. I'm like, okay, well, I work for somebody, um, and then it's like, okay, they can fire me at any time. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go to school to get a. I started going to school for industrial maintenance, and then I was like, well, I figured it out again. I'm like, well, I'm only going to school to get another job. I'm still gonna get another job, so I still got the same problem. Somebody still can fire me. So then I was like, I gotta do something different. I gotta be my own boss. So then I start. My cousin Kurt. I give him a lot of credit too because he really got like the ball rolling for me. Like Kurt. Um, you probably know. You went to Glen Hills?
Mm-mm. I
Oh,
went to Greenboro.
oh,
You know,
Greenville.
I'm
Oh,
from
you on the
Columbia
other
County.
side?
Yeah, I'm from
Ah,
Columbia
yeah,
County.
okay. You one of them guys. Okay, good.
Here we go.
Nah, but yeah, my cousin Kurt, man, he older than me, but he put a battery in my back. He started sending me like books to read, podcasts to listen to. So that made me realize, like, okay, I don't
Kurt
even
who though?
Willer.
Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, Kurt. He in the AAU circuit. He with
Oh, okay.
Stars.
Now I know who you talking about.
You know,
Yes,
Big
yes.
Rudy, yeah, Big
Yeah,
Rudy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Kurt, that dude, man. I give a lot of credit. Kurt's so real. But so he sending me this stuff. I'm listening to it every day. So when I'm at work now, I'm like, I'm on this stuff all.
But yeah, you said your cousin Kurt. Keep going from there.
Yeah. So Kurt started sending me, what I'm saying, like podcasts, books to read, stuff like that, and like from there I started self educating. You feel me? So like on the way to work, when I wake up, when I'm on my break, I was on that. So that's how I started learning about like money, real estate, credit, all that. So then like now I can put this stuff in like real perspective. So after like a year of just learning it, I actually get a situation where it's like, okay, I could buy my first spot. It just came to me. And this house just so happened to be like in the bottom, like right off East Boundary. And so
What a coincidence.
for sure, that's how I knew like, well, I gotta buy it. I think back then that was the reason why I was like, I done walked past this house, boy, so many times. Like as a jit, I was like, well, I gotta buy this one. I bought that jam, bro, and that was like the best thing I did ever for real. But then it was like also a situation. It was scary too because it was something new. So I went through like so many emotions, and
What's the process you went through saving your money though? Like,
the process of saving the money. So at that time, like I ain't good at like just seeing my money. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see what I got because I'm gonna find something. That
yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me? Like so what I was doing was I said, cool, I'm gonna just put in my 401k. So I hiked up my 401k like 10%, and then I did like 15%, and then I had almost got like 20%. So I'm working 16 hours at Bridgestone to get a regular paycheck like everybody else. But majority of what I made went to that 401k. So I'm knowing I'm saving in my 401k for what I'm finna go do.
Mm-hmm.
But it had got so to the point, them folks was like, that I work with, like my coworkers, I used to be hearing whispering people talking around them. Like, that boy must be fucked up. Like, what he doing with his money? I swear, bro. Real talk. Like, they like, what he doing with his money? They like, dude, he got kids? Like, I ain't had no kids then. I just
So you cashed out your 401k? That's how you got the house?
I ain't cash out. I was literally saving in there just to be able to pull whatever I needed
out of it. You use it as a savings account.
Yeah.
See, I ain't never heard of nobody doing that before.
Yeah. I don't know how I get to that point. I'm pretty sure people done it, but I don't know how I know how I got to that point, but yeah, that's just something I figured out. That's like the best option. Like, so I don't see my money, but I know where it's at though. So by the time I was ready to go buy that house, I had my credit was good, and I had some money. And I started building my credit from buying a dirt bike. So I had bought a dirt bike maybe like a year or two prior, just making my payments, just building my credit. Stuff like that, bro.
How much a dirt bike was?
That dirt bike probably like 8,000. Something like that, 7,000, 8,000.
So the payments was low.
Like 2 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. So you purchased you purchased the first house, and what did you do with it?
I rented it out. Yep.
And what made you rent it out instead of flipping it? Because you talk about that in your classes all the time.
Because then I wasn't prepared to flip a house. At that point, my mind wasn't on flipping the house. It was like, I need to get rentals. That's what I was thinking. See, and the thing is, at that point, you got to think, too, I'm living in an apartment myself. So it's like a double whammy if I bought a house and then I'm still paying rent. So I bought 3 houses in that same month. And then I never rented a house. I never rented anything since. This was like when I was 24.
Okay, so now we got to slow down. How did you get from 1 to 3?
Because I'm smart.
What did you do?
Right?
What did you do?
So I don't know, bro. It's like, I got some. I think one of my good and bad traits is that, like, I don't take no for an answer. Like, I don't stop. I'm gonna figure it out. I just feel like I can figure it out, bro. Like, that's how I approach every single thing in life. Like, I can figure it out. I don't stop. So that's what it was. It was like, when I bought that first one, I really had exalted my credit. So I couldn't, when you buy a house, you can't go buy another house with your credit again.
Because your debt to income ratio?
No, not even that. It's just like, how the loan's set up. You can't really go do that.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't. You can't go get 2 loans in the same month for a house.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, for sure.
So I was stuck. Right there. But what I did was, I figured it out. I didn't want to stop on the finance. So that's what I did. Sell the finance. I bought a house. I had like 18,000. So I took that 18,000, put that down, bought 2 more houses. One was vacant and one was already had a tenant. So in one month, I had 2 rentals, and I moved into one of the other houses. So I don't rent no more that first month.
So, a lot of people listening to this right now, though, they're probably thinking, like, this isn't something attainable, something they can do.
It sounds crazy. It ain't, though. It's simple. It's just what you know. And that's why I be trying to tell people, bro. Like, people come to me, they probably think it's outrageous for what I may charge somebody to come be in my space and me talk to them and put them down on like real estate, I ain't just talking to you. I'm gonna show you what really going on. So it's like that's what you paying for, and you paying for experience, not just experience. Like you paying for, things that I could have won or lost with, But it just so happened that I made it work, so I can tell you how I made it work. And
now what's interesting is, I think you done did what two classes, right? And you did them on your own. Yeah. I think I went to both of them, but bro, you give a lot of information there, and I ain't gonna lie, you shocked the fuck out of me because you just said you wasn't good at school, but you be doing good as hell at teaching. I really be proud of you when you doing that shit. No, I'm dead ass serious. I be proud of you, bro. Bro, it's only one thing you did, and I gotta talk about on this podcast. It's one thing you did, bro. Bro, you sat in front of them kids. It's the one you did with the kids. You sat in front of them kids and said, "Hey, man, when y'all get y'all money, man, don't be getting them cars and shit." And then you would have got a track hawk right after that. No. Yeah, the Corvette. Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, you
that's the only thing you did.
You're right, bro. That's crazy.
Because I remember hearing you said it, and I was like, man, that's what they need to hear, man. You know, that's all they think about is scat packs and all this type of shit.
That, bro.
Yeah.
It was like the next week, ain't it? That shit crazy.
I said, bro, you just said in that class, man, you was like, man, I might go get a toy, but I already got a toy, so now I'm just on my Woody Woot type shit. Then you went and caught the vet.
Tripping. Nah, I ain't tripping though.
Yeah, you weren't tripping because bro, you was up like what, 16 properties at that time?
Probably. Nah, I think 16.
I think you told me at that time you was at like 16 or 18. You had just flipped like a couple, and then you had like 8 rentals or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
But I just saying, like, handle your business on the front end. Like, that stuff can just wait, bro. But you gotta think, I wasn't like 21. I'm like
yeah, for sure.
30. It was my 30. I was turning 30.
Yeah, it was right before your 30th party too.
Yeah, right before, bro.
Because we was in Atlanta for that.
That's different though. I started real estate at 24.
Yeah.
To 30.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on. You feel me?
Yeah. But you gotta think about it. They followed you on Instagram, so now they see you.
Yeah, you're right though. Don't get the wrong impression, bro. Just pay attention to the process. I am working every day.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm really working every day.
For sure.
You can have what you want, bro, if you're gonna work, but it's always gonna be about like how you set it up though. Don't be in a rush. You could be in a little rush. Don't be too patient, but don't be a rush for that though, cause at the end of the day, bro, it don't. After you buy them cars, bro, like or jewelry or anything, man, that shit is old, bro. That shit, you don't get that feeling like you did.
What you think the worst purchase you made? Cause I know you got a lot of shit. What's up with the dogs? I ain't heard you say nothing about the dogs.
Can't do dogs no more.
What happened?
Stressful. Ask Run. Call Run. Ask Run. You know Run, right?
Yeah.
Ask Run about them dogs, bro. It's stressful, bro. We would be going through it, bro. Like,
but bro, you had brought a pregnant dog. What happened to the babies?
Stressful, bro.
You don't even want to talk about it.
Talk about it. Call Run.
Okay.
Ask Run. He done did it too.
All right. So what's the worst purchase you made then?
My worst purchase, I don't know, bro. My worst purchase. Shit, probably them damn dogs. I'm going with the dogs. Nah, bro, I'm going with the dogs.
Bro, you was happy about them dogs, though.
I was. I always be until shit go left.
You still got it? The girl?
Nah, I'm done with that.
You sold her?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to say nothing about the dogs. You must got some shit going on with the dogs.
Dog shit over with, bro.
Oh, I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, bro, that shit's stressful. That's my worst purchase, for sure.
The dog?
Bro, you know how much money I spent on dogs and didn't accumulate? Bro.
I know, because you told me you got the dog from Serbia. Off of Serbia, excuse me. off a shipping container, and I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Not no shipping container.
You said something about a shipping container.
I bought a shipping container, but nah, you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I must have mixed it up because I remember you telling me about a shipping container. I remember calling my mama like a couple days later, like, man, I'm thinking about buying a shipping container and turn it into a storage unit.
Yeah, you know,
because I think you said something to me about that shit.
But the dog ain't come over here on that.
Oh, I don't know why I put that story on you.
Nah, you mixing that.
Yeah.
Now the dog come over here like with a. It's almost like they come straight here, like they fly with a person.
Oh, okay,
and that person literally bring the dog to your front door.
Damn.
It levels to it. It levels. I'm talking talk. Like, it's levels, though.
Bro, that dog was big as hell. That dog ain't going on commercial flight. They had to have goddamn.
Seen that dog in it.
Yeah. Bro, I got a video. Bro, we got, bro, I was just thinking about this the other day because me and Quad shot a documentary. And I was like, bro, because you was supposed to do the YouTube thing. I was like, I slick can edit a goddamn documentary for you.
Literally.
Because we done shot so much shit.
A lot of
I got all that shit, too. I got all that shit.
Bro, you know what? When I watched that Kanye shit, I was like, bro, this shit dope.
Yeah.
That shit dope.
That's what I'm talking about.
That shit was like,
bro,
inspiring.
you and Quad, I can make documentaries of y'all right now from how much footage I done shot with y'all.
Damn, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
But nah, that's dope for real though.
Ay, it was us, her and me, VIP. We was vibing, shouting, shaking that ass. Not for real, pussy popping, say she living with me after this. Now we riding, panties get to sliding, head bobbing. I just left the club with another bitch, that other chick. Ordered up another round, baby took another sip. Shouted, you's a waitress, not a dancer. Why you tryna strip? You tryna make a double flip, a hustle. So I just left the club with another bitch, that other chick. Ordered up another round, baby took another sip. Shouted, you's a waitress, not a dancer. Why you tryna strip? You tryna make a double flip, a hustle. So I'm loving it.
I just left the club with Fiji, really need a squeegee. She say, oh, you don't believe me? Grab some floaties, this that season. Now we swimming, dripping. I ain't talking clothes, no gunner on these hoes. Had to lay the smackdown roll, ain't even put a rubber on. People's elbow in that pussy, wrestle up under the covers. And she catching feelings, dawg. I ain't even say I love her. Tell her bring a friend, I need to like I'm Thugger. Danny Glover, shooting movies, this a flick. I swear that they with all the shit.
She make Wednesdays feel like the weekend, the way she loving the crew. I just got a new spot, and she wanna come through. She make Wednesdays feel like the weekend, the way she loving the crew.
I'm in my Mace and Margiela. I got the Gucci sock with the feather. She wanna suck the dick, I'ma let her. Sleep on the couch, bitch, I'ma tell her. Cool. I'm in my Mace and Margiela. I got the Gucci sock with the feather. She wanna suck the dick, I'ma let her. Sleep on the couch, bitch, I'ma tell her. Cold as hell, need a Gucci sweater. You wanna love me, gon' fuck me better. If you wanna love me, get the pussy wetter. I'm in my Mace and Margiela. I stepped the Mace and Margiela. I'm in my Mace and Margiela. I stepped the Mace and Margiela. I'm in my Mace and Margiela. Designer down to the fucking toe. I bet this style gon' fuck a hoe. I feel blessed like I sneeze. I got a bitch on her knees. I got chill like Frito-Lay. I keep a strap where I stay. I like smoke from the bay. Don't want no smoke in the way you stay. I don't play, little nigga. Keep that motherfucking cake. Now your bitch and her birthday suit because I got that cake. Yeah, she love me, nigga, and she ain't got no waist. And I spent money on that pussy. It don't go to waste.
Content important, bro. Like, especially when you looking back at like milestones, like for sure.
Yeah, you'll be shocked looking at all the shit we done shot. Like, let me think of something you probably forgot about.
We ain't even dropped nothing for my birthday. Like,
nah,
party.
I got footage from your birthday, from that party. I don't know. My favorite shit be when I be with you when you first purchase a house and the house be fucked up like that Scarface house. I call it the Scarface house, but it had like a big ass bathroom with like gold fixtures. It looked just like that goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looked just like that.
Behind the corners.
That bathroom that Whitney Houston died in. It looked just like it. I'm dead ass serious. It looked just like it. And then goddamn, when I pop back up with the camera, it's like, damn, this nigga went crazy. And that the dirty house. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna go in details, but the dirty house. The dirty house footage is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like if people seen that shit, bro, that's the most interesting one though. Yeah, the dirty house shit is crazy. That's like
it's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's like fucking reality TV
that
gold.
That was the worst one I ever been in, bro.
All right, for the people listening, he purchased a house. And you sold it to one of your homeboys for their first house, right? And a lot of people don't know this too, bro. Bro put a lot of people on. Like, he'll purchase a house and then sell it to his homeboys at a good rate and help them with the whole process. Go through the lawyers, everything, and shit just be
all love.
Yeah, it be all love. No complications, none of that shit. Just like I got the footage of when you sold your the property to your homeboy, the one that was at your birthday party. Bro, he from South Carolina, right? At your birthday party, he had a big jersey on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, for sure.
Happy to head that bastard crown. I play tuba, keep your head up whenever I'm feeling down. Papa was a rolling stone, he really around. Mama was a lonely soul looking for love, it wasn't found. Look, the making of a greater man. Little did I know God had a greater plan. Look, he delivered me to my grandmother Barbara, who stayed next to Ann. She put my ass in church, met Manny D, and we made a band. True talent, put your jaw in the sandwich. Eat your motherfucking face if you say me and my dogs ain't do damage. Pardon my grandma, Mr. Hardly Ever.
Bro, who you think the most underrated artist is in this city right now? But so he purchased his home and sells it to his homeboy. And they go there, and I ain't gonna lie, dog. Soon as I walk in, I put my hood over my face. And the lady was like, "It's cold, right?" I said, I said, Bro, the whole house smelled like death. Like, literally. And I remember I whispered to Ryan. I put the camera down. I said, "Man, it's a dead animal in here somewhere, bro." Because I know that smell. Bruh.
That lady was a real life hoarder, bro. Like,
yeah.
She had no problem with that. I ain't never seen that in my life. I know there's people out there like that, but she really was sick. She really was sick.
For sure. Because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hoarder, bro. But, like, I hoard, bro, I got, like, 200 pair of shoes, bro.
It's levels to that, bro.
Oh, yeah. I ain't that, though.
Bro, I ain't never seen it in person, bro. Like, she had food on food piled up like nothing never seen before. Dog shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Dog shit just casually like right there, bro. It's like,
but Rod, I'm telling you, it wasn't the
bro.
dog shit smell that I was smelling. Something was dead in there, bro.
Shit,
Cause I know that smell. I've been smelling that shit, bro. I know that smell. I've been smelling that shit because I grew up, bro. My people from the country, so like I know that smell.
What, death?
No, like it was a dead animal in there.
Shit, it probably would, bro.
Bro, I know one of them dogs died in there, and she never took it out.
You think so?
Bro, I know for a fact something was dead in that house. And that's why I remember when she showed you the bathroom, I told you, remember I walked away? I said, bro, it's back here.
Damn, you might be right.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was back there, bro. See, bro, you sold the house to, he probably never went, like when they went to go clean it, he probably didn't go in there. And they probably didn't tell him. He probably got them, they just threw it away. You know what I'm saying? But something was dead in that house.
That house is terrible, bro. Rat shit.
That's the worst one you seen before?
Hell yeah, by far. By far, bro. I'm glad I ain't have to clean that out. The second one is the one I got right now that I'm working on.
Where's it at?
Hey, you ain't come over there, bro. I gotta get you over there. It's in Martinez. Like, I think it's like cranberry. It's out Plantation Road.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's over there.
Bro, my favorite house that you got though was the one that you got behind that Wendy's. I don't know what's the name of that road. Behind that Wendy's it's a Wendy's and it's a cookout over there. Yeah, Peach Orchard.
On Dunham?
That's my favorite house you got.
For real?
The reason why that's my favorite house is because I came in there when you first purchased the house and you was like, I'm gonna knock this wall out, and I'm gonna turn this into like a big bedroom, and I'm gonna push this wall back and extend this bathroom. And I was like, this nigga tripping. Oh, this nigga ain't about to do all this shit. I was like, this nigga, bro, he just talking. Bro, when you did all that shit, I was like, damn. And then especially when I don't know, maybe I'm just ignorant to the process. I didn't know like you could have a room full of windows and just turn that shit just put sheetrock over it and not have the windows no more. I didn't know that shit. You turn that bitch into a bedroom.
Yeah.
It was slick like a sunroom.
That shit
I ain't know that
crazy,
shit.
bro. Yeah, man, bro. I tell you, the reason why I love this so much, bro, it like getting a paycheck, cool. You feel me? Like we get a good paycheck.
And that's what I was gonna say. I didn't know the creativity behind it.
Yeah.
Like the creative side. Like you literally
It's
made it creative.
It's art
yeah.
to me, bro.
For
It's
sure.
like people don't understand, like, bro, I love it. Like I fucking love it. Like I love it. You feel me? Like I really love it. This my shit.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it as like somebody really loved what I do. So, like somebody came in here out of all the houses in the world they could have picked, they picked my shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it, bro. Like that's what made me like. Damn, I ain't gonna say it like that. But shit,
What you was gonna say?
shit. That's why I'm really like that.
Yeah,
Like,
for real.
bro. Like,
Now you just
ain't
said
no
you gotta
joke,
have the
bro.
confidence. You gotta have the
I
confidence.
do, but I'm so humble, bro. Like in my house, like yeah, I know I'm that nigga, but like in the core form, it's like I just try to keep it like mellow.
Mm-hmm.
But I know inside, like I know, cause that give me the confidence to go do what I do. Like I trust myself. You know, if I mess up a lot, you know, I make mistakes, but I move on. You know what I'm saying? I go with it. But I love what I do, bro. And it's like I said, it's bigger than the money, bro. It's like I'm giving somebody their dream home, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Something, and I give more for less than a lot of people, and I'm giving quality. You feel me? So it's so different, bro. Like you remember that big house I just had in Helpsville?
Yep. The one where it went down like that.
No.
It had the handicap. The handicap.
Oh
side.
yeah. Bro, like, damn, bro. I wish you could have come that close, but stuff was so crazy at that moment. It was like top of the year, but it just was like the person that bought that house from me, or the couple, that married couple, and he a pastor, and him and his wife, bro. It's like I done connected with them after the purchase, but it was just because like not only did they was just so impressed that with the house, you know what got them?
What?
Is that I was actually there like for their final walkthrough, and then like when we went to closing, it was like, it's your house, like we bought a house from you, so it's like it threw them off. Like we thought you was just working. You see what I'm saying? Like that's like just how much I care about what I do.
Oh, that's some more for this we got too. We got that house before you knocked the wall down. I think you extended the broom upstairs.
We took a room. It was 5 bedroom, 2 baths. We turned into a 4 bedroom, 3.5 baths.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, bro. So, and I even from that point, like now I got a relationship with the husband. Like he a pastor, bro. I just met with him last week. Great dude. You feel me? Like great down to earth dude. And they just appreciated me and they support me. Like they support me. I think about this, bro. They buying a house from somebody. Mm-hmm. You hear so many horror stories about people buying houses and they like, man, I bought this house from such and the house is trash. Like we moved in, the toilet leaking, the dishwasher ain't working, stuff like that. You feel me? But it's like they bought the house, they still love their house, and they appreciate the hard work I put in to give them, not even give it to them, but to turn that into that, and they just appreciate like who I am as a person, bro. So that it just go a long way with me. It make everything feel like it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Like,
bro, you ain't never brought a house and you liked the house so much you wanted it, but you still sold it?
That's one of them.
For real? That one in Helpsville?
That's one. It was just like, oh my God, I love it. But
I
You ain't
feel
got
like
no land.
I feel like what you did to that room upstairs, that was like some personal shit. You did that shit because you wanted that house to look like that.
Yeah, like every house, I think about like
Just like that one I
a
just said
body.
that looked like Scarface bathroom.
Yeah.
I feel like you wanted it to be like that.
Yeah. You got to, bro. You got to look at it from like a buyer's point of view, but without like making it about you. Cause you can overdo it too now.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes like I overdo it, but that's just because I want to though. Like I want you to feel a way. I want you to love it. So I go the extra mile to make, and I still sell it for a great price. You feel me? So that's just a me thing, you know. But I do know in this business, like you got a lot of guys that just cut corners. They strictly on a certain budget. They don't care about too much and know nothing. But I'm different with it, bro. So I think I get a lot of my success from that, and making sure like my whole team eating, like make sure everybody good.
You also show you bring a different side to the industry that you in, because I told you when I first met you, everybody thought you was a scammer
Why?
because they said that you be in designer clothes working on houses.
Nah,
And I told,
not design clothes.
yeah, bro, I told you this already before. I told you, I was telling niggas, I was like, bro, I don't know if y'all just watching him on social media, but like that nigga just be having a black tee on and some goddamn black shoes when he in the house with
Every
me.
time, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what designer clothes y'all talking about.
I think they be talking about like
When you do a video,
or like if I really put some clothes, but we don't even really be doing all that for real. So I don't know, bro. It's just,
in your videos, you be dressed kind of regular
but you gotta
too.
think we probably coming from clothing.
But yeah, you doing any more classes?
Classes. I haven't, bro. I just ain't been in that space. Like I'm trying to go to the next level, like literally right now. So I just been so focused on like that and just trying to like pivot, cause
I was asking because I was gonna ask you a question that you talk about in the classes.
what it.
I was gonna ask you the different ways that people can purchase their first house or get into what you do. I know you talk about that in your classes. I ain't know if you wanted to give it up on the pod.
No, I can give it up, bro. Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So different ways, like, cause okay, I'm gonna say this first. People take like where I'm at now, and they see what I do now, and they think like they gonna spend any type of money with me and just go and do what I do now, bro. This is you can't skip the process. You feel me? Like you just can't skip the steps to get the way you're trying to get to. You gotta go through the trenches. And so that's what I see a lot. Like people think they just gonna be doing what I do overnight, and it don't work that way because I didn't do what I do overnight. But long story short, so ways you can start doing real estate, like how I tell young folks is take care of your credit, get you an FHA loan. You can go buy you get you an FHA loan. You know, the credit score you need for that is a 580 or above. You need to be on your job for 2 years minimum. And what you can do from there is you can go find you a fixer upper, which that's how I started flipping houses. I found fixer uppers. You feel me? And I bought it to live in it. And once I purchased it, now over the next year or two, you can begin to start working on the house. Paint, maybe change out ceiling fans, redo the bathroom, the kitchen. You can do those things, and then you can turn it for a profit. But as easy as it sounds, it got to make sense in the beginning. Like you got to know you literally buying this as an investment. Like it got to make sense. Like yeah, I'm buying it for 100,000, but if I put 20,000 in, it'll be worth 180. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the math on the beginning. But that's how you can start though. That's the easiest
So
way.
then what do you do with that 60,000 profit that you make off the house?
You can go buy another house, do this, if you got that with an FHA loan, now you can, since you sold that house, now you can go get another FHA loan. that's what I would do. You know, because like I said, some people think it's about like the look, like what it need to look like, but you just gotta make money. That's making money. You don't gotta overthink that, and that might work for somebody who not as fast as far as like having a team in place to do the renovations, you know, or having a team in place to you know, basically get stuff done. So, or you might have a job. So if you got a job, it's like you don't have time to even do this anyways. So it's easier for you to take your time and just do this. So just don't if it worked, you know, don't overthink it.
So I know it's other ways to get houses too. Like you can get a foreclosed home. What's up with the foreclosed homes?
So you can get a foreclosed home. You gotta
Because everybody think it's just as easy as just finding it and just purchasing it. How does it
I don't
really
know
work?
where that come from. It do not work like that.
I've been trying to figure out why everybody think that.
I don't know either. I've been hearing, but I've heard about it too. I hear about it so much. Like people be asking me, like people be coming at me. So what you do? You just buy the foreclosed homes? Like they think it's that simple.
Yeah.
Bruh, I only have purchased maybe like I'd say probably 3 to 4 homes that was like probably finna be foreclosed on, and that's pre-foreclosure. That's
Yeah,
not
before it
foreclosed.
got foreclosed.
Yeah, foreclosed. You got like the bank take it back, and now people bidding on it. So whatever good price you think it is, it ain't a good price.
Yeah, because for some reason everybody think you can get a 6-bedroom house for $1,000.
Who?
That's what they think a foreclosure home
It's
is.
a stigma. Because I'm gonna tell you why people think that. People think that because they don't understand that like I can literally know somebody or somebody might literally know me and call me literally to just buy this whatever house.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think it worked like that. But it worked like that most times for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that go back to like content. Like I've been building this up for a while and being consistent long enough to where like my phone should ring. I want to be the first person that you think of if somebody say like I want to sell my house.
You also invested a lot of money into content too, and it probably worked for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I be
one
seeing the
house.
numbers. The numbers be looking good.
Yeah, one house. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the word of mouth business, bro. Like, it go a long way for real. Content go a long way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't sit around. I don't know nothing about foreclosure. People always ask me that though. I don't know nothing about it. I know about free foreclosure because people will literally call me if they in foreclosure. Maybe somebody will call me and be like, "Man, I'm about to get foreclosed on. Can you help me out?" And what that look like, I just need to buy their house for whatever price to make it work.
But I think another way that people try to get into it also that's actually real is third party sales
Wholesaling.
or wholesaling. I don't know why I always call it third party sale,
Man,
but
that
basically,
sounds some old shit, Slim.
yeah, I know, bro. I can't help it, dog. But because the first person I ever talked to, that's what they called it, third party selling. But it's wholesaling. So basically, when you find a home that's for sale, and you basically make your money on the back end. So if the person trying to sell the home for 135, and you get the house sold for 145, and you make the 10,000 profit.
Yeah, middleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can middleman.
Yeah, tell people about the middleman and how it
I
works.
did that plenty of times. So it's like basically how wholesaling is to say, for instance, Slim got a house he want to sell, and me and Slim go on a contract that I'll buy the house for $100,000. So now that I got this contract from Slim, I can actually sell this contract between me and you. Not literally, but kinda, basically. So now I take this contract for $100,000, and I go tell somebody else like, "Hey, I got this house. Woo woo. Like if you want it, it worked for you. I can sell it to you for 120, 120,000. That 20,000 that's in the middle,
It's
I
yours.
can make that. Middleman in the deal. That's how wholesaling is. Simple.
But tell the people the cons to it.
The cons to it is if you don't know what you're doing, your ass is grass.
And a nigga can come up under you.
Nah. Built the ass.
Yeah, they
Nah,
can,
for real, bro.
they can come up under you and they
bro,
can take the home and you
had-
just assed up.
I had a dude trying to well, he wasn't even wholesaling it. He was trying to middleman a deal to me for $30,000, and then I still ended up how to figure out how to buy it for $8,000. No cap, real talk. I done did this.
You told me about that before. How did that work? How did that work?
That's one. But two, the house that's behind over there by the Wendy's and shit on Peachtree.
Yeah.
Same thing, bro.
Okay, maybe you told me about that one.
Maybe that was that one. Dude was this wholesaler hit me up. He need help. He can't find nobody to buy it. I said, all right, well, I'll find somebody to buy it. And then so I was just gonna make my money in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And what ended up happening? Something ended up happening, and I ended up getting in contact with the original owner. So then I meet up with him, and I work out a deal with him. I just bought it myself. Saved me like so much money. Cause I wasn't buying that. I wasn't buying that house at first. I was just gonna wing that to like somebody else I knew, because the wholesaler he needed help, not me. The wholesaler need help. They be calling me.
Yeah.
So
and they be getting fucked in the deal, cause once you buy the house, ain't no point in them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say ain't no point in them, but it's like once I get certain information, I'm gonna get you on out the way. Cause you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, then you don't.
How do you get them out the way though?
Get them out the way, bro. You gotta. It sounds bad, bro.
Nah, this is a part of the business.
It's just business, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So how I get them out the way is like, if they come to me and they don't know what they doing, they can't get it sold. So that's why they coming to me. And if we can't come to an agreement, or if they do, I'm gonna tell you how. The real reason it's not me. Like, it's 100% not me. It's them. They don't be real with the real seller.
Mm-hmm.
They don't be real in the beginning to say like, hey, I'm a wholesaler. This is how this process
They present
works.
themselves like this fucking real
Like
estate mogul that got all this money and shit. Yeah, I know.
That's where the problem come in at.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, I just get them on out of the way, because you brung it on yourself, because you weren't real in the beginning to them. And so now they looking at it like, well, dang, I was under the impression that he was buying a house the whole time, but he not even buying a house. He said we was gonna close 3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I go. That's how I go, bro.
You also trying to be nice with what you saying right now. Them niggas be acting like they Warren Buffett. Like they be pulling up. They be pulling up with the polo tucked in, with the nice shoes on.
I got a folder with a binder.
Yeah,
you know
looking.
Like, they got the whole look.
And telling the people, shuffling the papers, like, yeah, so what's going on is
this is what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
what's your email address?
yeah, whole time they ain't really got it going on.
Ain't got no.
And then you pull up, you dress regular, like you dress right now.
It's the
but you got the check to give them.
Yeah, it's the conversation, bro. It's like I feel like you can pick it apart, like the lingo, the swag, like. All this is like negotiating, bro. And it's different with everybody that you deal with. The negotiating part is like you can't treat everybody the same, and you can't be on certain levels with everybody. So you gotta like, some people like real estate people, they one way all the time.
Yeah,
it don't work that way. Me, I can get in all the gaps. If I'm talking about if I'm having a conversation with like somebody from my part of town, I can talk to them and they gonna feel comfortable. If I'm talking to anybody else, suit and tie, I can talk to them, have that conversation. They gonna feel comfortable. It's always about that, bro. And that's what people can't pick apart. That's what I got. I don't know how God give it to me, bro. I do got it though. That's a real thing. Like,
I know what you're saying.
You gotta read the room.
Reading the room and just having good conversation skills, because it's kind of rare you run across people with good conversation skills. Like, really think about the last person you ran into that had good conversation skills.
You gotta know your audience.
Yeah.
Who you talking to?
I thought about that the other day. I was at a hotel and I was in the elevator and there was an ass of people in the elevator. We was going down the elevator and everybody was quiet. And I was like, I hate when everybody just be quiet. Like, what if this shit just crashes and you ain't said shit? Last thing that happened, you just gone.
Yeah.
And everybody just started laughing and shit. And bro, that's the kind of person I am. Like, when I come around, bro, I'm just having down to earth conversations. Or like my nigga Kid Joe would say, I'm the Columbia County hippie type of nigga.
Yeah. No,
Even though that's
yeah,
wrong, but like, bro, I really am just like, I'm just a regular person. And you like that too. That's probably how we click so hard because like,
that's what
bruh,
people get messed up. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm regular but degular. But I ain't regular though. That's
Yeah,
the part.
yeah.
Like, I'm regular, but I ain't regular. You can't treat me regular.
the reason why you're not regular is because like you somebody could come around and they can learn a lot from. Like, for real.
And you could be yourself. You
Yeah.
don't gotta switch on that. Like, I feel like I be myself 24/7, bro. Like, I don't feel like I go around nobody and I just like literally change everything about me. I never do. It's just a conversation. Like, what we talking about? We talking about money, cool. If we talking about bullshit, cool. Like, I only do that for, you know what I'm saying? But like, whatever we on, bro, I can just be on it. I love that about myself. Like, but those are traits that like you gotta be aware of. And I ain't nobody taught me that. It's just trial and error. Like, I learned like when I was coming up, like the things that people always said they liked about me. You know, so I kind of like being respectful. It stuck with me. I need to just be respectful all through my whole life, bro. That's what anybody I come, yes sir, no ma'am. Just be respectful. I teach my kids the same thing, bro. Like when they talking to other adults, they say yeah, cause they gonna do it. They babies.
Yeah, they kids.
Yeah, they don't know what ma'am is yet, but I always say, I would correct them. I say yes sir, yes ma'am. I'm giving them that, like, because that stuff gonna go a long way. You know, it don't mean much to other people, but to me, I know that's a difference maker. A lot of times when you in rooms with people, or you just, it's an icebreaker. Because people will look at us and they'll be like, he a nigga. They'll look at me quick. You got a
for
chain
sure.
on until you have
Because
a
because
conversation.
because
like,
you dress like that in the meetings too. People don't know that.
yeah, regular, bro. And they love me though. Like when I go to
Yeah.
the offices, bro, they down to earth, they really do love me, bro. Like they really do care about what I got going on. Like outside the office, if I call, I got any issues, bro. Like they take care of me and make sure I'm good, like wholeheartedly. And but that's the thing. Like if you got respect, bro, and you move a certain way, it's a quick icebreaker, man. It'll make people whatever they thought about you when they first looked at you, it go out the window. Make them feel good.
You 100% right about that. How did your business change after you had children? Or how did you change how you did business?
Well,
Either way.
I think like for me, bro, like so I was still working at Bridgestone. I working with the dogs. I was messing with the dogs, and I had
Here the dogs go again.
It's the dogs, bro. I calculated, but I'm like, yeah, if I have these litters, like shit popping. I had 2 litters supposed to be on the way, bro. This was 20
What kind of dogs is it this time?
Rottweilers.
So it's always been Rottweilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 20. All of them come from Serbia. They get me, bro. It was like 2020. I was like, excuse me. I was like, man, I'm counting the money. I'm already doing real estate, but it's slow rolling. Like, it don't need to be fast right now, but I'm building up to the point where it's like, I got to hide at work to answer the phone.
Yeah, you about to get there.
Yeah, bro. I'm at this point where it's like, I can't keep doing this, bro. Like, they called me on the radio. I'm trying to work on some maintenance shit at one of these houses. It was just getting bad, bro. So I'm at a point now, like, I done invested in the dogs. I got a little real estate going. I'm like,
So you was at work and you started going crazy.
yeah.
You was already going crazy.
Yeah, I won't
All right,
say,
before you
I won't say going crazy, but yeah.
So when did you know you had to quit your job though?
I knew I had to quit my job. Like, I started messing with the Rottweilers I loved them for one, but then it was like a good investment. At least I thought, and it was like real talk, bro. And it was like okay, at this point, it's like I had like 3 girls that was like pregnant all at the same time. So I'm like, boy, I'm finna count up.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm counting. You feel me? I'm like, big letters on the way, bro. All of them didn't make it. So, but this was before the point. I know all this going on, and I'm like starting to hide at work, trying to answer the phone to see what's going on with my houses. So it's like now I'm like, okay, I'm feeling the pressure. I'm like, I gotta pick. I gotta pick right now. Am I gonna follow my dreams or am I just gonna work their dreams? Cause I can't keep doing this. This is kind of like a breaking point. So at that point, I made a decision. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pursue my dreams. I'm gonna bet on myself. So I was like, I talked to my old lady. I was like, man, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in. I was like, I'm done. Shit is weird. But before I get to this point, I always was talking to God. I always told people I was like, I don't want to have no kids while I work a job, bro. It was like against what I wanted for myself. I was like, because I don't want nobody to tell me when I can take off of work to go to my son's party. You know, I don't want nobody to tell me I gotta put in a request to be off or something I want to do with my family, bro. So I always said that, and literally I put my 2 weeks notice in at work. The next week, bro, she told me she pregnant. I was like, oh Lord. Seriously, bro. Like she told me she was pregnant. I was like,
That's with your son, right?
with Jace, yup. So I could have looked at that two different ways. I could have said, I need to stay because I got this baby on the way, or I could look at it as like this just God telling me, answering my prayers. This is what I've been saying the whole time. Like, you feel me? Like this is real. So that's how I looked at it. I'm like, God answering my prayers. I gotta do this. Like I'm all the way locked in. Like I can figure it out. And once those 2 weeks was over with, man, my other supervisor, they called me back in the office. They like, you sure this what you want to do? I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Other dude now, he looking at me like with a still face.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, I'm gonna show you though. And shit been going on, bro. Not to say that it's all, all 100% good every time, but it's like, shit, I'm cool. I've been struggling my whole life. Like, odds always been against me the whole time. Like, what I got lose, like, we just keep rocking and rolling. That's it. I just keep betting on myself. Like, even right now, like, I went through a whole year. Nobody won't know because, like, I don't show if I'm, like, really doing super good or just, like, super bad. Nobody know. You can't really, like, figuring me out. So like, the last year I've been kind of, like, resetting because I'm trying to go to a new level. You feel me? I'm gearing up to go to a new level.
How are you with social media, though? You saying that just made me want to ask you that. Like, are you one of them people that's, like, focused on everything going on social media or you don't give a fuck? You just trying to do what you do and get the fuck on?
Yeah, I just do me, bro.
You don't pay attention to what's going on in Augusta, period?
Oh, yeah, I do, for sure. I know what's going on. Oh, God, I know what's going on. I just, like, the way I set up my Facebook and Instagram is, like, I don't, like, if you go back, like, the 20, all the way up to maybe 2017, you can probably find stuff like me joking on the net, like, bullshit and stuff like that. But, like, after that, I reinvented myself. So my social media set up on that, like me reinventing myself, because I couldn't be like that old, whatever that was, going and trying to do business or for people to even take me serious.
Yeah, for sure.
I still know what's going on for sure. I watch it. I see everything going on for sure, but I just don't put it on my page per se. I try to like just keep my page clean, and the reason why I do that, because boy, I don't know, one day HGTV might come looking for me, and or anybody might BET. They might come looking for me for my series. And I want my page to be set up to where you don't gotta go through a lot of bullshit to see what I'm doing. It's every time you scroll.
Bro, I wanted to call you one time. It's some twins from HGTV. I forgot the name of their show.
The
My mama
dudes?
know what it is. Yeah, they black.
Yeah.
They black.
Oh, it's black dudes? I
Yeah.
know the white dudes. I don't know
Nah, the
dudes.
black ones.
Yeah.
They twins. I met them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and I wanted you to meet them. I wanted to
What
call
it
you
was?
one time. They was in Augusta doing something for their show, and they was staying
Bro, why
downtown.
you call me?
I should have, bro.
Man, bro, you
I shoulda.
tripping, bro. That was the shot right there. For
Yeah,
us, bro.
it was-
You got the content.
It was a weird situation though. You know what I'm saying? It was a weird situation. But I had wanted you to because I was like, yeah, your show would have been way better. I ain't gonna lie. Because
Bro,
I ain't even know them. My mama
Bro.
told me.
Seriously, bro. If we put this shit like in front of the world, it'll be beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
It'll be beautiful, bro, because it's so real. You feel what I'm saying, bro? It's so real, so cool, bro.
Like we said earlier, that one with the lady with the house, with the dirty house.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit would have went viral.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit would go
Out
viral.
of there.
I probably should insert some clips on this podcast from that when I make the clip.
Bro, do it.
That's probably what I should do.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Yeah, because
So they
I know
really
I
see,
got
like,
it
we
for
ain't
sure.
exaggerating.
Yeah, I know I got
Shit
it for sure. It's on the
Shit
hard
was
drive.
literally going on, literally, for real, in real life, bro.
Yeah,
That was a crazy situation, though.
we got a lot of good footage though.
Bro, we gotta start putting this stuff out. I think, cause it's like, I think it's time, bro. Cause when I be thinking about like what I be doing, bro, I always look at it like a group effort. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I appreciate you and JB. You feel me? Cause y'all got real content and y'all be in the trenches with me. It's like, man, if we could ever get a situation where, boy, we'll be lit, bro. Like,
For
we
sure.
can take this in front of the world, bro. It's real, cause
Bro.
it ain't no bullshit.
Bro, you just I tell people this all the time about you though. You somebody who I get around and like you can actually learn something from it because most people they don't like to get around niggas and goddamn they think they dick ride when they like, oh, I learned something from this person.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
supposed to actually learn things from you. Like you saying that right now, I was just thinking like I be going through that with social media where it's like, man, I don't really want to post too much on there because I got this photography business, but at the same time I got this podcast and like my engagement work better when I post shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Based
yeah.
off the podcast. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel the same way you feel. Like I'd rather just be myself, dog. Like if that's gonna stop me from getting clients, fuck it. Cause I ain't one of them. I ain't one of them people that goddamn want to put on the suit and tie and be uncomfortable and goddamn how you doing. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
That shit is annoying, dog.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
not with that shit. Last corporate drive I work, I said I ain't doing that shit no more.
Yeah, and see, like I see those guys who want to be somebody. Like they want to be accepted by the people who already just accept me. So it's like, just be myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
it ain't working for them. They really want to be accepted. I don't have to be accepted. I'm just trying to take care of my family. So it's like different. I don't care who know me or don't know me. Like I'm doing something. So if they fuck with me, cool. I love it and appreciate it. But I really do be seeing guys who literally cater to wanting that somebody walk past the office and be like hating them just to speak. You feel me? Like they really want that, bro. I know people that'll jump out that seat for that.
Yeah.
Seriously. And it's organic. Like they'll know you, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing. They gonna figure out who you is. They might don't know you this one time. That's cool. Like this shit ain't started yesterday. We've been doing this for years. So now it should feel a little different when we walk in. It should be like, yo, I ain't. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Probably ain't seen me in a week, but they gonna give me a hug like they ain't seen me in a year.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's different. Just be yourself, bro. Like everybody appreciate that. Like you don't gotta put on no face for these people, bro. Just be yourself. Like
And you ain't gotta try to be the loudest motherfucker in the room. Because on your birthday, we went to the strip club that night. And I remember you probably ain't pay this shit no attention, but Wendell Carter Jr. was in the strip club that night.
who is that?
He a basketball player. I knew you ain't know. I knew you didn't know, bro. Wendell Carter Jr., bro. He a basketball player. He played, well, now he the starting center for the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
But he used to be on the bench But he was in a strip club the same night you was in there, and when you went in there, all the hoes came over there with you
that money,
and left from over there with him.
Oh, it was like that for real?
Yeah,
Oh, I ain't never knew this.
I know you didn't know.
Damn,
And that's why I said you was a down to earth person, because I was like, damn,
we was
this
chilling.
nigga don't even know that's Wendell Carter Jr.
They literally left, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you know, I see, you probably don't know this about me, but like, I'm one of them weird niggas who don't give a fuck about like celebrities. Like, I can care less. That's why I didn't say nothing to you about that being Wendell Carter Jr. Because it don't fucking matter. And I know the nigga because I'm a basketball fanatic and I gamble every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so I knew him as soon as
never
we
knew that,
pulled
bro.
up.
Hey,
I know you
tip,
didn't
bro.
know.
You remember we was in the vet on the interstate?
Yeah. You was wilding on that
bitch. We almost ain't make it to the script.
Yeah, you was wilding. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we was tripping, bro. I should not been going that fast, brother.
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I didn't care because I drive fast too. So
that was different though.
Yeah, but when you got there and started the fish tail, I said, "Oh, it's over." I said, "I ain't even call my mama until I'm
Bro, it was bad, bro. I was like, bro, that shit was crazy. Yeah, we was riding though.
I should have been recording too.
Hey, that was good. That was a good weekend.
I think I was recording though.
You was, bro.
I was recording.
Bro.
Oh, so I got that on the hard drive too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you for sure got that. You was, cause we was all killing out like that, boy. We was outside. Damn, I ain't never knew that though about that script club shit, bro. This the first time you ever said that.
Yeah, cause I knew you didn't give a fuck. Wasn't the point of telling you.
Yeah, I ain't even know, bro. That was, bro. You know how many girls that was in there, bro?
You remember I knew one of the strippers.
You did.
Yeah, I knew one of the strippers.
They was trying to get in there with us so bad, bro. It was so many. That was a crazy night for sure.
Oh, that's what was crazy too. Like, and I was showing one of my homeboys the footage because I knew the one stripper, and you came up to me and you was like, "Slim, how the fuck you know her?" But the stripper, I knew the stripper because when All-Star Weekend was in Atlanta, my dog 32 Evan, I'm about to shoot some shit with him soon again too.
Okay.
But he got a section at what's that strip club called? Aces of Clubs?
Aces?
Yeah, Aces. Yeah, he got a section there the night Boosie was there. And she was in the, and that's where I met her. And goddamn, I was working at Follies again, and I seen her again, and she was like, "Damn, nigga, you be everywhere."
Yeah.
And then we just started chopping. So that's when I seen her then. She was like, "Oh, okay." And bro, I don't know, bro. I want to tell her like, "You see me everywhere, you think I got some money. I ain't got no money. You better go holler at these niggas."
But I'm surprised they let us bring the cameras in there. Oh, we had
See,
to pay for that?
Yeah,
we pay for that.
They make you pay every time. But that was the first time. I think they only made you pay like $100 or something. Yeah. Normally them niggas charge like $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fuck with us.
So that's how that had happened. That's my favorite stripper too. Shout out to her. She looked good.
Oh, that's your favorite stripper?
That's my favorite stripper.
You outside too much.
Nah. Bro, I don't even like strippers like that.
You might be on her gram 200.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I like her, and I like. Damn. Oh yeah. Did you see the one that night we was in there with the butterfly on her butt?
I knew you was about to say that.
I like her too.
Yeah, I knew you was about to say that.
Yeah, she the one that had the Yeah, they blocked my video from that night on goddamn Patreon. I had to ask some people join my Patreon.
For real?
And I posted a video from that night. Cause you probably don't remember that neither. But the girl with the butterfly, she got them, her coochie was creaming or something. You don't remember that? Bruh, do I got that shit?
You gotta show me that, bro.
Damn, I ain't got my hard drive over here.
I don't know.
I gotta show you that shit, bro. I gotta show you that shit.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie, I had some good ass times, goddamn, that weekend, bro.
Bro, it was crazy times.
Yeah.
Bro, what you told me happened at
the mansion? Yeah,
bro, that was crazy.
See,
I ain't never know that, bro.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, dog. With this camera, I never knew, goddamn, I was gonna see all this shit I done seen, bro. This shit get crazy. Like I told you, I shot a stripper goddamn reality show.
I know.
Bro, I seen some crazy shit
Bro,
with
you
that
know,
shit.
on that Sunday though, when we did get back to the mansion, it was like some girls. They was it's in my phone too, bro. They was friends, but one girl ended up jumping on the hood of the car and zooming up the road. Yeah.
Bro, the crazy thing about the mansion that was interesting for me, I'm talking about as soon as everybody start pulling up to your party, was I said, all these bitches came from Truth.
That little bro.
Bro, I was like, all these is the bitches that be working in Truth.
That was bro. I swear, that was bro. That was
So bro, I knew one of the girls.
I ain't know none of them.
Bro, I knew one. And she wasn't goddamn, she wasn't dancing. She was serving the drinks. So
okay.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had asked her, I was like, I thought homie that owned Truth, I thought he said they wasn't allowed to work the worlds.
Hold up, time out, bro. You gotta think, bro. We had real security.
Yeah.
We had security, bro.
Yeah.
He work at Truth too.
He do.
Yeah.
I knew him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know him. I don't know him from Truth. I know him from 706.
Bro, that shit was
I used to be
crazy,
locked
bro.
into 706, and he used to be there every time I worked there.
Yeah, we had real operation going on that weekend, bro. I still can't believe like we had a real party in the A like that, bro. Like, and it was going up. It was a good weekend, bro. Like,
Bro, that was a good ass party, dog.
yeah, it was crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie, dog. That was one of them experiences I had in life where I was like, nigga, this how you supposed to move with money, bro. You know, certain niggas like they had some money, they want to do some shit just for show type shit. You did that shit because that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, cause really, like, bro, the reason why I want to have a party in that weekend was like I don't regret nothing from that weekend was cause like I ain't never really had no birthday party growing up, never. Like I can't remember a real party. So all the way from when I started real estate, even to that point, I still never celebrated a birthday. It seemed like on all my birthdays I had to work. I was in like some type of shit, like something always going on. But that was one time like I was like, I really want to celebrate my birthday. So that I did. And it was a milestone. I got a C8. You feel me? Had a real birthday party. It was a great year, bro, for real.
One of your partners had a CA too. I see him all the time too.
Zay?
The one with the he had the blue C8.
Oh, you talking about you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he drove to Charlotte when you went to Charlotte too. What the hell did we do in Charlotte? I forgot.
We were shooting, getting pictures. You know, that's when I first got the car.
Yeah.
We was outside, like you ain't even come up there for long. You ain't stay.
Oh, okay.
You did that.
Yeah.
You should have stayed, bro.
I probably should have. That's one of my favorite pictures on my Instagram though. The pictures we took with that car.
Charlotte, bro, that's my favorite. That shit hard as
Bro,
fuck.
one of my partners actually seen that picture and wanted me to take pictures because he had just got a vet. He wanted me to take pictures just like them pictures.
Bro, them shits was crucial, bro. That's when I first dropped my shit. Like when I first posted my car.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit was
them pictures was hard too.
hard as fuck. Like them bitches were hard, bro. Like
I ain't gonna lie, I think I got like 3 or 4 different posts on my Instagram from pictures I took with you, and all them bitches hard as hell. Like that one in front of that Hooters. Cause people always reference my Instagram and be like, "Oh, I want pictures like this," and it always be some shit with you.
Clothes.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's the one that one. They always reference that one, the one with the Corvette, and then I think I got one with you and your daughter in front of the law office on my page. And they always reference them pictures.
Yeah, that's some hard shit, bro. In good moments though, like that shit, like. Cause I be thinking, I don't got no memories from my childhood like that. So I be thinking like when my kids get older, they can look back and be like, well, I used to do this with my daddy. You feel me? Like it'll be regular to them as it should be.
You got good moments with them too. You got moments in them when you closing on sales and
videos, like all that shit, bro. Like so all that shit important, bro. Like I don't really have that many memories to look back on. So I always be keeping like everything be in the back of my head. So it's like that's how I kind of shape myself, even as a parent. Like I be looking at like the things that I didn't have that probably would have helped me. So I try to like make sure I cover all those bases, and cause shit, that shit go a long way, bro. Like it's so not to look back and be like, well, I remember I went there with my parents. Like I don't got no type of memories. I don't got no memories coming out the projects for real. So
I just told somebody that recently. I was at Myrtle Beach, and I said, I don't know. They asked me my favorite vacation spot or some shit, and
Yeah.
they was like they hate Myrtle Beach because they grew up going there all the time. And I kept it a bean with them. I was like, bro, I've never been on a vacation as a kid.
But
like
what?
this shit is fire to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
good.
Like I
It's
ain't grow
great,
up
bro.
like this.
Yeah.
And I told them I was like, bro, the only vacation I went on as a kid, I was 10 years old. We lived in Germany. My mom and my stepdad was in the military. And we came to the States. We was out here for 3 weeks. The first week, we spent the entire first week looking at houses in Augusta. We spent the whole second week.
Don't count.
Don't count at all. That we woke up every day, fucking 8 in the morning, riding around Pepper Ridge, fucking Meadowbrook.
And back then it was different. You looking for
They
a
was-
sign in the yard.
Yup.
You looking for rent sign.
Yes,
it
bro.
wasn't no social media the way you
Yes,
think, like
bro.
now.
And like we didn't even know what the fuck Columbia County was. They just so happened to go to the fucking housing office on Fort Gordon, and then they was like, yeah, you probably want to send your kids to Columbia County. Richmond County school system sucks. They told them that, and then that's when they went to Columbia County and seen all the new houses. So we went back and they started saving.
What? How old you was then? Like what grade?
I was 10 years old, so
So you was like 4th, 5th grade, something?
5th grade, well, 6th grade, cause I skipped a grade, so I was
Okay.
probably in 6th grade.
So you smart.
That what they say?
You smart. You book smart.
Yeah, I'm super book smart.
Okay.
That's why last podcast I did. It's funny too. I can't wait till y'all watch that podcast. I had my dog Lucci on. He rapped. And he got mad as hell because we were talking about this. This what we talking about here. Columbia County versus Richmond County school systems. And he was like, schools teach dumb shit that you don't even fucking know no more, like the periodic table and shit.
Seriously?
And I was like, yeah, I know that shit though. And he was like, no, you don't, nigga. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, how many elements is it? I was like, 118. And everybody in the pod was like, how the fuck you know that? And I was like, I just know. Like, it used to be 116, but it's 2 unknowns that they found recently. And goddamn, he was like, so you can tell me all the elements. I said, nigga, fuck no. Nigga, I didn't say I was fucking Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, but I can give you 50. And he was like, nigga, no, you can't. I was like, bro, let's start with the gases then. I probably know the gases. I was like, the first one, helium. And he said something, and goddamn, I was like, nigga, look all the way to the right of the chart. That's where the noble gases is. And he was like, nigga, no, it's not. I said the HE. And he said, yeah, nigga, them make the gases. I said, nigga, HE is helium. And then that's when I was like, bro, never mind, because you ain't gonna give me credit for shit.
Nah, he trying to trick himself.
Nah, he just, I don't know, bro. Like I was telling, cause my homeboy Blues on the pod too. Like I was telling him, I was like, I don't think, bro. We grew up in a time, and I admit this to people all the time, where like being smart wasn't like cool, so we shied away from it. Like I remember being in advanced classes telling my mom I don't want to be in there with them people,
Yeah.
because my homeboys think I'm in slow classes.
I don't think it was like being smart was cool. It was the look of being smart.
Yeah.
So when you think of somebody who is smart, you ain't think like the regular kid in class was just smart. It just was the look of a nerd that
Yeah.
probably threw it off. You would say?
Yeah, for sure.
It's
for
just
sure.
a look. Like
Because, bro, growing up, like, I ain't look like the people in my classes. Like, I got them. I didn't wear glasses then
I
either.
don't say a nerd, but yeah.
But nah, I ain't look like a nerd at all, bro. I got them. I grew up in the era where everybody wanted to look like Lil Bow Wow, so I had braids all the way down my back, curly ass hair, braids all the way down my back. I had all the new shoes and shit, but I wore uniforms in school because I was a military kid. We wore uniforms.
Even
and I
at
had-
regular school, you had uniform.
I ain't go to regular school till I got to Columbia County.
Oh,
in 8th grade.
So when you started going to Columbia County, you still wore the uniform? Oh, okay.
Columbia County, it was nothing but white people. I look weird. Now I look weird. Nigga, like, I can show you my 8th grade picture, yearbook picture. I got on a South Pole button-down fit with a Nelly #1 chain on.
Yeah.
You know, a fake-ass chain from Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look weird, bro. Then everybody else had Salty Dog shirts on and fucking Birkenstocks.
With a lunchbox.
Yeah. I look weird.
That was a culture shock, too, when I got to North Augusta. It was it's like so many white kids. You know, like the ratio in Augusta is probably like, you probably got 3 white kids
I had the same
in the
one.
whole school.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went over there, it's kind of like 50-50, so it was like definitely different. And then it's like, even the black kids got lunch boxes.
Yeah.
Like, well, y'all got good parents.
See,
Why
bro.
they stop to make y'all lunch.
See, bro. That's the culture shock for you. Like, bro, I promise you, it's worse for me. You probably don't feel like it's worse for me, but like, okay, so you went to Richmond County School, like, okay, like Josie and Laney and Glen Hills and shit. Like, it's like fucking 90 to 95% black, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I grew up in a military school where it's like 80% black.
Okay.
Every school I go to is like 80% black. I went to Richmond County schools for kindergarten first. Then I'm in a military school in Germany. And then I go to Columbia County School where it's less than 20% black.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first day of school, I remember this shit like it was yesterday. I had on a baby blue P. Miller jumpsuit with a white tee and a white do-rag. And I walked into the cafeteria and a white girl stood up and said, "Damn, that N-word fine as hell."
The white girl said that?
My first day of school. As soon as I walked in the cafeteria in the morning before you go to classes.
She called you a nigga straight out the gate.
Straight out the gate. It's
How
my
made
first
you
day of
feel,
school.
bro? What the fuck going on?
I was confused. I ended up fucking her. But I was confused. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
But she probably grew up with them folks though like that. She probably grew up like that. Or she was like, hold on. I'm gonna say this. So you got like
She ain't say hard ER. She said it with an A.
No, what I'm saying is like, you know, you got like you got your I guess like your white girls, and then you got like
The wigger type of white girls.
they call them wigger. But then you got like you got your basic white girls, and then you got like daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
So like they like white, like you white. So she was like white. I ain't racist at all. Like I got.
Oh, you asking was she white?
Yeah, was she white, or was she just like she was white, but like she grew up with black people.
She was white, but the part of the neighborhood she stayed in, a lot of military families stayed around that
So
part.
like black folks right there too.
In that part of the neighborhood she stayed in.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that, bro.
But they all had just moved there.
Yeah.
So like she was used to being around them and like mingling with them type situations.
I love white.
Cause that's how
people,
Columbia County was.
I love white.
Oh,
people,
me
though,
too,
boy.
bro. Like
Them some of my favorite folks. Like, boy, they don't play by me for real. Like, I really love white people, bro. Like, they
See,
cool.
bro.
They cool. Like,
bruh, I just was cracking a joke with Quiet, cause Quiet my dog, bruh. And like, you know, that's how I met you through Quiet.
yeah.
Quiet my dog. I be telling him he from Columbia County for real, cause he been staying in Columbia County and niggas be calling him a Columbia County nigga.
Oh yeah.
But I was just telling him recently we was playing cards, and I was telling him like, bruh, like what niggas don't understand like in Richmond County, cause they ain't never been to a Columbia County school, and niggas in Columbia County ain't never been to a Richmond County school, is that bruh, it ain't too much difference. Only difference is you deal with more racism being black in Columbia County. You don't deal with racism like that in Richmond County. In Columbia County, you deal with it bad. And but
I can see that.
But like the experiences that you get is like no other. Like I remember the first bonfire I went to when I was in fucking
like
8th
that.
grade. Like
Yeah.
nigga, it's fun as hell. Like it's just different shit you never would think. Like damn, so these motherfuckers meet at a barn and just throw an ass of wood into a fucking barrel, just light that bitch on fire, and just have a
kicking it.
ball.
Yeah, no fighting.
No fighting,
no
just
arguing,
drinking,
just
passing around.
all laugh and giggle.
It changed your mindset. Like I was telling somebody recently, having these experiences that I had in life, like living in Germany, going to Japan, going to Kokum, just going to all these different places, it gave me a different perspective of life to where like when I had, yeah,
I ain't know
bro,
that.
I done been everywhere, bro. Like,
Yeah.
bro, my
Nah, cut
homeboys
you
was
off.
tripped out. A German lady came to the store and we started talking German. And niggas like, nigga, you know German? And I was like, nigga, I lived in Germany.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. But like them type of like perspectives, you know, it just I just got a different view of life.
Yeah.
Just a totally different view.
Bro, different cultures, bro, that it can help shape our culture. I think it should shape like everybody can take something from everybody, bro. Like even my La Familia, bro, my amigos and you know, my Mexican partners, bro. Like
I like how you
Hispanics.
interact with them too. I
love
love
them.
that shit. I got that shit on camera too.
I love them. Like
Yeah.
really love these folks, bro. They love me
I got
the
that on
same
camera
way,
too.
bro. Like I ain't calling him Migo, but
Migo means friend.
yeah, but you know, some people just be like Migo just because he a Mex. I don't
Yeah.
call. No, that's just like he called me Migo, I call him Migo. That's our name. But this like he the one who helped me like understand.
Hold on, let me fix the mic one more time.
Alright.
I don't know why that is. Yeah, we good.
But yeah, Migo, that my personal homeboy. Like, dang, how can I explain this, bro? Like, he made me understand like how to delegate, and what I mean by that is like, he showed me back in 2021, like, yeah, cause when I did my first flip, we did all the work ourselves. Like we painted, I ain't gonna say all the work 100%, but 85%. I did tile, plumbing, bro, almost everything except for like maybe flooring and like running some like electrical stuff. But bro had made me understand like you working too hard. You can make money by basically you can make money by subbing out this work. I didn't know that. I'm still at this point still like 20. I'm still 25. Maybe 26. Maybe just turned 26. But he showed me that after I learned that, bro, it was off to the races. Like literally from that day forward, bro, I learned that shit. And so I would get jobs like painting, and then I would put somebody on the job, and instead of me using all my time being here stuck painting, now they can make money and I can just make $200, $300 off the middleman, just running the project. I survived after I left my job doing that for 2 years. Because when I left my job, it wasn't like I just had money saved up. That's what people think. Like, oh, I was up. Like, no, I wasn't, bro.
Oh yeah, you did tell me you was doing subcontracting work when you first quit your job, and then something happened and it made you stop doing it.
Yeah, something definitely happened. It was like a lot of stuff happening, bro. Like, I can't remember if it was. I think the first thing that happened was on my second flip. This one of my I was living there and I was working on the house, and then the neighbor came and she asked me, the older black lady, she asked me to do some work for her on a little mother-in-law suite in the back of her house, like another little small house. We did it, bro, and she knew we was moving because we was getting ready to sell the house, but she liked what we was doing, so that's why she came and got me. I did it for her. She was happy with everything, paid me, and then once we moved, she went and tried to sue me for every penny that she paid me, as if the work never got done. And so I went to court for that, and
That's the first time you ever got sued?
yeah, first time, bro. It's heartbreaking. I cried, bro. Real talk, I cried. Like I cried.
It make you feel like a failure.
Not a failure, bro. It's just like why? It's just like. It didn't make me feel like a failure. It just made me feel like, damn, like I did something to help you, and now you turn around trying to hurt me. Like this really like could hurt me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's like my first time going through this, and I'm just like, damn, I never really thought I could be sued. Like, why somebody want to sue me? You feel me? Like, so it was only for 4,500, but it was just the principle, bro. It felt terrible. Like I remember, the marshal calling my phone. Matter of fact, he went to my house. I was talking to him on a Ring camera, and I just met him and got the paperwork, and I'm reading. I'm just like, it done. It was like, damn, she did me like that. Like I cried about it, not for long. It just was like, damn, I just shed a tear.
Yeah, you just couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So we went to court. Judge like, she in the court, she lying. I got all the receipts, the contract, how she paid me. It was broken up. She ain't paid me until the work was completed. The text message don't correspond with what she telling the judge. So the judge had all my ducks in a row. So it was like bulletproof. Just like, fuck out of here, you know. And made her pay for the court fees. So you're gonna go through that stuff, bro. It's like that stuff you can't prevent. Like that's the cost of trying to be successful, trying to be great. Like you're gonna go through like those adversities and shit like that. But it did make me stop. Like it did take like the way. Like I did enjoy that moment of, you know, helping people like getting their bathrooms done, their kitchens done. I like that stuff, but then it's like I don't want to do it no more because it's too many people out there like that. And it happened like a couple times. It's gonna continue to happen. You know, it's just different levels of business, but you just gotta keep your shit together.
You know, I was watching recently with Adam 22 with No Jumper, and he was talking about how No Jumper is going broke, and he said it's not because he's getting sued, but that is a factor. And I was explaining to someone that, you know, getting sued is a part of business. You can't even take it personally. Just
Anybody
like,
can do it.
yeah,
You can go sue me tomorrow.
yeah, for sure. And like, you literally can make a lawsuit out of anything.
Anything.
And that's why I was explaining to people, you had a situation where somebody made a post and they was like saying they disagree with some work you did or something. And people was asking me like, I thought you said bro wasn't a scammer. And I was like, bro, if you read what she say, he didn't scam her. You know what I'm saying? It's just a disagreement.
Yeah.
It's a disagreement. And it's always two sides to the disagreement. And it's obviously a reason why this person didn't take this person to court. Because for
well, it didn't make it to court.
yeah, because for some odd reason, I don't know why people have in their head where they say this crazy ass, bro. I know you done heard this before, where people will be like, "Oh, I had this situation," and every time I tell a lawyer this who it is, they be like, "Oh, I'm not taking this case." That's a lie. Niggas ain't mobsters. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is not mobsters. Yes, niggas is not mobsters, nigga. A nigga will take a case against you.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
It's money,
the
bro.
reason is they read the case and was like,
It's
nigga,
dumb.
this shit don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's why the lawyer won't take it. It's not because niggas is mobsters. Niggas ain't mobsters.
It was actually they was tagging an attorney in a post, and she literally said that like, this ain't nothing for me. Like I can't do nothing with this. Like,
Facts.
Like, cause they was tagging her, and it was like, well, this was just so happened to be somebody she had already reached out to, and so so many people tagging her, she just commented like, this ain't nothing. Like I already told her she need to go do X, Y, and Z because this don't make sense. It just be like that, bro. Like,
But that's the cost of business, bro. Like it don't matter what you
that was crazy though, cause you actually. I didn't see that post until you called me that night.
For real?
I told you that, bro.
Oh,
I knew nothing
yeah,
about
yeah.
that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I knew nothing about that post until like you called me. And at first I was like, oh shit. I was like, she finally did it because I knew it was gonna get to that point because that was the only other thing she could have done because no attorney would reach back out after my attorney made that point of contact. We still like even to this day, he'll be like, you ain't heard nothing else about that? I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like still to this day. And so that was the only thing she could do to kind of like, I guess, try to blemish my name. You feel me? So, but it's like if you read it, I mean, it's common sense. Like something from 2 years ago, and you talking about it now, something from 2 years ago. Like in the advice people giving her, she already tried it. That's
Yeah, and
not
it
what
didn't
it's
work.
about. This is just to make me look bad for y'all. So that's just what it was, bro. That had hurt me too. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But it was right before I went to damn Tokyo, Japan, bro. So I was like, at first, on the way, I was going to Japan like the next day, so it was kind of like, but yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
people just be praying on your downfall. That's all it is.
yeah, they be around you and already be on that, so it's just like they just waiting on their moment. Like it's like, damn, boy, I knew he wasn't really like that. That's how it kind of was. Like, boy, you know what's up with this.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's
I told
life,
you
bro.
I told you when I called you, I said, bro, anybody that asked me that shit, I told them, I said, bro, this ain't what's going on. If you read what's going on, you see what it is. Like, and that's when I told you they was in the comments like, I knew that nigga was a scammer.
They just wishing.
Yeah, they
It's
talking
like-
about he had a Gucci beanie on in the video.
Yeah, Gucci shoes and shit. All,
Yeah.
all that damn. Like they like, what contract do you know wear Gucci to? No, it's that.
Oh, you know the comment I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that. What contract to wear designer clothes to the job site?
yeah.
Man, nigga, we just bought this house, bro. What you talking
Yeah.
about? Like, we kicking it today.
A nigga that just came from closing.
Yeah, we just kicking it, bro. Y'all taking stuff like just personal, like. But man, that's just how it go, bro. So you just really gotta just stay focused, man. You can't really let stuff. You just gotta be real with yourself. You know, if you know it's real, then you don't got nothing to hide from. It just is what it is. If you take me to court, if you sue me, if it work out for you, cool. If it don't work out for you, then just tell a lie about you.
Yeah.
But that shit ain't even go to court because there ain't nothing to go to court for. We had a whole contract. Just read the contract. Literally, bro. Like, but I never responded to it. I think that was like some mature, some growth shit. Cause nobody gave me the advice to be like, oh, don't say nothing bad. I just already knew. Just
What made you not respond though?
for what? It's just like, what? Like who I'm trying to convince?
Yeah.
Like what can I say to? Cause they're just gonna turn into like, okay, opinions. It's just gonna go like that. So it's just kind of like, I just talked to my attorney. I called my attorney the next day. Man, go vacation, man. Go do what you doing. We'll deal with this later. Like, if she, but that wasn't the first time. Like that was the first time she like put it out there to the public. Like, so it made it.
What did your
seem
lawyer
like,
say about defamation?
in other words, he basically said like, fuck it. Like, we ain't worried about that. Like, we ain't worried about that. Because the way she had rolled it out to the public, it made it seem like this her first time dealing with it. That was really her third time. She had 2 different lawyers already reach out. So basically, my attorney responded to both of those. We don't get no response back. And they even had something out like, yeah, we'll settle for X and X amount of money. It's like, he even asked me, he was like, well, like, so what you willing to give up? You know, like, what you willing for this to go away? I said, nothing. Like, we ain't giving away nothing, bro, because we don't, that's like me saying, like, I did it. We ain't got nothing for. So that's what it was, bro. So, and it went away. It just went away. We ain't heard nothing else. And I mean, it just is what it is, bro.
That's the cost of business, though, bro. That shit ain't nothing even to stress about. But the only thing that probably bother you the most is like it's like somebody trying who you is as a person, and that shit will hurt you the most. So
Just
I
lying
feel you on
about
that
stuff.
shit.
It's just like really just
Yeah.
lying about stuff that I could just like prove like I give you cause I don't want to talk about it too much, but I give you a good example. She's like, people like, that's why you need a man involved and X, Y, and Z. It's like she had a whole man involved. Like I was dealing with her and a man. She just not mentioning the man to y'all.
Yeah.
So they acting like, cause people looking at me like I just swindle a woman.
A woman, yeah, that's what they
Bruh.
were saying in the comments.
I swindle a woman, bro. No, like it was me, her, and a grown man. Like, and this was so big of a project that I could have had, that I was literally doing, like handling my business just so that I wouldn't miss something, like some detailed shit, I was recording the conversation. Just not just recording just because something was wrong. I was recording just because I need to go back and listen to like what they was telling me they wanted done. All
Okay.
this stuff that nobody noticed.
And you
stuff.
still had them
I
conversations?
still have it in my phone. I can pull it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you really had your ducks in a row for real.
In a row, bruh. Contract. I had that. Text messages. It's like she was making it seem like it was her. So who is this man texting me for you about the job? You this like shit that we doing. Like I'm having all this, so it's like, what do I have to prove? Like it's nothing for me to say back to people because what is that gonna do? Like me trying to clear my face up. It's like business still gonna go on. And the other thing that had made more sense to me was like one of my this older cat that I know. I ain't gonna say older, but he older than me. He not old, but he just older than me. He called me. He was like, Toby. He was like, who you think you is? Like, boy, them motherfuckers don't want to see what you doing. They don't want to see that. It's like, damn, you right. You gotta take it to the chin. This what come with being successful. Like, look at LeBron. Look at any Jay-Z. Like look at anybody who say I to do anything great. It's the adversity. It's gonna come with it, whether you're doing good or bad. You can do the greatest thing right now, but somebody will tell you that you ain't did enough. That's just life, bro. You're gonna go through that. And if you don't want to go through that, then just don't be great. You feel me? Just don't be successful. Don't be great. Just be mediocre.
That's the best way to deal with it too. That
That's
right
some
there, what
shit
you
at it,
just
bro.
said. Yeah, I'm gonna make a clip out of that.
That's
Probably
some
put it
real
out
shit.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cause you said some shit on that one.
some
I
shit.
ain't gonna lie, cause that is what come with it, bro. You gonna have to deal with some shit. I done dealt with some bullshit before too, so that's why I already know that's just
Any
what come with
business,
business.
bro. Any business,
bro. The first business I ever had was a cleaning business, so I know, and I dealt with some bullshit with that cleaning business.
For real?
Yeah, dog. I was with Jam Pro. You heard of Jam Pro before?
I tried to work for them like long time ago. I couldn't get it. But matter of fact, I think I had a job. It's just like I couldn't do that, bro. So how you was working with them?
My ROTC teacher in high school, he had a business with Jam Pro. And when I moved back, I moved to Kentucky with my mama. When I moved back, my homeboys was working for him. They ended up getting me a job. I ended up getting a job with him, becoming the supervisor of his business, telling him to fire my homeboys that put me on. Cause I ain't gonna lie, them niggas was just trash as fuck, bro. When they see this, they gonna be mad as fuck. But it's the truth, bro. Like it used to be Sunday, we had to work early as fuck in the morning. These niggas used to be drunk, like, and I used to tell them Saturday, like, man, y'all niggas don't stay up all night fucking with these hoes and doing all this extra shit. You know we gotta work in the morning. They drunk and shit. So when I became a supervisor, I was like, man, them niggas fired.
You let 'em go, bro?
Bro, I had to let them go, bro.
Damn,
Like,
Slim.
but anyway,
They knew that then?
yeah,
Oh, okay, they knew you let them go.
they knew soon as yeah. I didn't do the firing, but they knew why.
Yeah.
And like it was awkward at first. Like I would come around, them niggas. I'm like, bro, I know y'all was just talking about me. Like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You a work nigga now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
now,
Company man.
I went off to college. I moved to Atlanta after college, and got down. I worked a couple jobs. That shit was not for me. I ended up calling bro, asking him, can he show me how I can get my own business? That's how I got on from Jam Pro. I started back working with him. He hired me back on as a supervisor, and he showed me how to get my business started. I got my own business. I did that shit for like 2-3 years.
So, okay, so you started, hold up, was you like a subcontractor or you started your own business?
I started my own business.
Oh,
I worked
okay.
I worked for him through his business for like a year. I saved my money up.
But y'all was cleaning.
Uh, I had 16 different contracts. And then I had a couple more special contracts that I did throughout the year because I stripped and waxed floors, I carpet clean, I did everything.
Was that stressful? It's a lot of work, ain't it, bro?
It was stressful and I was young. I was only like 26.
Bro, that ain't young for real.
That's young, bro.
26, bro. That's like 30, bro.
They at the time they had 147 franchise owners.
Yeah.
Bro, only 2 of us was in our 20s.
Damn.
Me and a nigga named Chad. He fought with the dogs. Chad Green.
So you was getting like your contracts through Jam Pro.
Correct.
So you paid them a percentage of whatever they gave you.
Franchise fee was 21%.
So you can do that now with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I ain't never knew that.
Mm-hmm. It's not hard. It just was like the politics. Like the only reason why I bring it up is because when it come to business, I didn't know this because this was almost 10 years ago. I'm 34 now, about to be 35 in like a month and a half, something like that. But because your birthday what, May what?
24.
Yeah, because I know my birthday like a week after yours. But the politics used to get me in my fucking feelings. And now I know. That's why when I heard you talk, I get it. But like when I was young, I didn't get it. So like I give you a perfect scenario. Like I'll get a contract, right? And the contract will be like $800 a month. Clean 2 times a week with a crew, 3 people, take you 2 hours, right? All right. No, you good. Okay. That contract will be up to re-up because it like they only did like 1-year contracts.
Okay.
Sometimes they did 3 depending on what size it was. But that contract will be up to re-up. And it might be with a company that had just started up and they need a bigger site. So they added on to the site. So they got trailers now. They done put new buildings there, all kind of shit. So now when they go re-up, the contract go from $800 a month to $3,200 a month. So them niggas will try to tell you some crazy shit like, oh, the supervisor said he don't like how you cleaning the site. So we not give you the contract. We gonna give it to somebody else. You didn't do shit wrong. You know you didn't do shit wrong. But it's your fault because you don't have a direct line with the supervisor of this site.
So they just get you out of the way.
They get you out the way because they want that contract. And I knew that because the secretary, I knew her personally. So I knew when that type of shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? I knew when it was going on. And I was like, damn, y'all niggas really doing this? And then I fucked around one day, came to the office early for a meeting, and I heard the franchise owner saying, yeah, because they ended up having like some new franchise owners that was younger. They was in their 30s though. They wasn't like as young as me. They was in their 30s. And he was like, yeah, we're not giving these younger guys these new contracts because they're not professional enough. We're just going to keep them at bay, and we're just going to keep flushing the contracts to the older guys who've been with the company longer. And I said, I might as well get the fuck out of here.
Damn, bro.
But I'm thinking I'm good because the fucking owner, he got a Corvette and I got old school cars. I'm pulling up, we talking about the old school cars and shit. I'm thinking I'm good. I'm doing my networking with the white man.
Yeah.
No.
Ain't no love in this shit, bro.
No love, bro. Bro, and that was my first business.
Yeah. You like, I even know that now. It's like, ain't no love in this shit, bro. So you can't expect like people to treat you with like morals and, you know what I'm saying, respect you. Mm-hmm. It's money at the end of the day. I learned that too, bro, because like I got people that been working with me for like since I started. And then so over time it's like I probably work with people for a season. It might be our business relationship might last for like a year. Let's say like a painter, for example. We might paint like, let's just say 10 houses together. It start off good. It's different with me because I'm not a one-hit wonder. It's like you ain't gonna come work with me this week and then on this project and then now you don't hear from me for a year. It's like, well, I need you like next week. So I pride myself in business just like I'm feeding you. I'm taking care of you.
Yeah, I heard you say that
Take
multiple
care of
times
me.
before.
You feel me? Like, take care of me. And you'll get to a point where, like, you done took care of these folks, and then it's like, boy, they feel like you still owe them. Like, ain't no love in it. So you just gotta treat it like a business. You will have some, like I said, Migo. He one of the ones, like, boy, man, he my favorite person I ever worked with as far as like in the renovation world, because he do flooring. But our relationship, like my family, his family, is it like supersedes like just business. It's like family, like real family ties. Like, you need something, I got you. If I don't got no money to pay him right now, he ain't tripping. He know we getting money. I can pay him, when I get back straight type shit. Like, but he gonna make sure I'm good to where I can keep running though. Like, I only had like a few people in business that come around. Like, man, if you ain't making money, I ain't making money. I need to make sure you good. Like, what you need me to do, if you paying me right now gonna hurt you, it's like, nah, I don't want it now. Just get me when you straight. Cause I know you need to keep running. Cause if you don't keep running, we don't keep running. It's good people out there like that. And then you got other people who don't appreciate those keep you running relationships. Kind of how like what you just said. It's like, y'all, the small guys really was keeping it running. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got people out there that treat it that way.
Eventually, when you figure out that you just spinning your wheels and you ain't going nowhere, like that's what make it rough. But one thing I realized from that situation, because the same way you said you teared up about the getting sued thing, bro. I was in tears when goddamn it came to an end with that business, bro. Like, I mean, I made money off of it because I
like
sold the business, bro. That's exactly how it felt. See, and only niggas that goddamn is in the business world understand it. Like, that's how I felt, and I felt like a failure. And then on top of that, I felt even worse because I spent so much fucking time going to fucking Miami doing dumb shit the last year I was in business. Because, like,
doing?
bro, I made more money than I ever made in my life, bro. Like,
You popping shit.
bro, I was 26 years old. Just came from a corporate job where I wasn't making no money. 2 months in a row, I got a fucking $20,000+ check. 2 months in a row.
Oh, you outside.
Oh, I was going crazy. I lost my fucking mind. Like, bro, I thought that shit was gonna keep happening.
You got lost in the sauce.
I got lost, bro. I thought that shit was gonna keep happening, bro.
Yeah,
and
man.
then like shit still went good after that. But goddamn, when shit slowed down, I was like, damn, I'm a failure. I ain't shit. I was sad. Like, I was like, shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, then like I remember talking to my mama about it, like, man, y'all ain't even gonna look at me the same type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I knew after I sold this business, I wasn't gonna get back straight for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, so now folk be calling me, like, especially my homeboys in prison, asking me for $20 every fucking 3 days. Like, nah, I can't do it. Like what Mitch said, they still gonna love me the same. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't calling him no more.
Yeah, like, nah.
They used to be calling
no.
on the checkup tip, but now it's like, man, he ain't got no money at the end of the call.
Yeah,
I ain't
for
wasting
sure.
no time with him.
For sure. This nigga used to always goddamn shit. That's it, $40? Yeah, for sure. Nah, nigga ain't got that shit. It's like, damn, bro.
Don't talk this nigga.
Yeah,
I don't care
for
how you
sure.
doing, boy. I don't care how your day went.
Nigga don't care at all.
If you ain't doing nothing for him, but it would just be like that.
Yeah, but that was a good experience though for my for my first business though. Like, especially like working with bro, because he also had a hood cleaning business.
Yeah.
It was called Kitchen Supreme. We clean hoods and restaurants.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I was 25, 26 years old. I used to, like, I never forget. It's a lady that owned the cheesecake joint on Peach Orchard Road. Bro, I went in there. Boom, came in there with all the workers. We set up. I'm talking to her. She looked at me and started laughing. I was like, what's funny? And she said, I'm not letting your young ass work on my kitchen.
Yo.
Dead ass serious.
But I get that too, bro.
Yeah, bro. And like, she really went in and she said, call the owner. And I called him.
She looked at you like you a straight kid. You ain't running no
Bro, I was a
operation.
grown ass man. I had a house.
Don't give
I
a
had
fuck.
2 sports cars, 3 box Chevys, you know what I'm saying? 2 utility vans. And I had just started my own business. So I'm feeling myself. And I'm confused. Like,
Oh, it happened quick. It'll hump there. Ooh, boy, that shoot you down, boy.
yeah, bro. And she was like, I ain't letting you do that shit. I gave him the phone. She gave me the phone back. And bruh said, hey, pack everybody up. We leaving. And I pulled up to his house. I like, what going on? And he was like, she said she wasn't fucking with you.
I ain't give you a chance.
She ain't even give me a chance, bro. And he was explaining to her, like, he been doing this kind of work since he was like 18 years old. Like, he know what the fuck he doing. And she was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that.
Give a fuck. Yeah, bro.
Still to this day, I ain't did that kind of work in a long time. I still can do that shit. It's funny. Somebody told me a podcast I produced. She told me I look like I can't work with my hands. I just started laughing.
Bro, people tell me that too, though. All the time, bro. It's like,
Is that a compliment? I don't know. I'm trying to
you
figure
know
out.
what the fuck that shit mean. But they just be like, I don't know what they be saying. Like, well, you're a pretty boy. You don't touch nothing.
Yeah.
You really think I don't do work in the houses, bro? Like, that's the other part. Like, I be like, bro, I do so much with, like, what I do. Like, it's so crazy, but people really don't understand. They think I just, like, got money. I'm just paying everybody.
Yeah.
Boy, stop. Like, that's why I'm better than, I want to say better, but that's why, like, stuff go better for me than a lot of other people because I am outside.
Bro, you don't get successful in that field without knowing how to doing things on your own.
You can get successful, but you're gonna pay. It's gonna just be at a cost.
It's just gonna be like, I'm talking about like at a lower level.
Oh, at
Not
lower,
Warren Buffett.
yeah,
At a lower level.
Yeah, at the lower level, it's like, but that's the difference maker right there. That's why, like, you got people who never start something because they don't want to do certain stuff. Man, I got a whole nother situation right now with dealing with somebody who, basically already said that they don't want to do no work. They don't want to do anything in the process. They just want to make money. Think about this. Well, how much money you think you're gonna fucking make if you don't put no work in on either part of the process? How much money you gonna make? You're gonna be kicking out money before you know it. You keep paying everybody to do everything. You never gonna make no money. You gotta do something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work that way. Like, it don't work that way, boy. I got up this morning. I hung out a little bit last night with my folks. Got up this morning. But I went to go paint cabinets. I could have paid somebody to go do that. I got up this morning to go paint cabinets and hung out with my kids today. It's like, it's a cost of just being successful. You got to put the work in. But it look different for everybody. If you putting work consists of you being on a laptop, that's cool because some people, it work out like that. But, like, for whatever they doing, but you got to put some type of footwork in, bro. Don't nothing just happen. That's why I be trying to tell people anytime they talk about, like, starting real estate, it's like you gotta figure out what you can do to contribute to whatever you're trying to get done. You gotta do something. You gotta have money, or if you don't got money, then what you gotta have? You gotta have credit. If you don't got credit, then you gotta have some type of, like, something in your head that can where you can figure out how to get something done if you don't got money or the credit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? There's levels to it, bro. And I done been at all points of the process. Like, well, I had money, or I didn't have credit, or I had credit, or I ain't got the money. But I can still figure something out because you just gotta know what you're doing. It's simple, bro. It's simple. Like, it's just regular life type shit. For real, for real.
Yeah, I'm glad we had that business conversation too because a lot of people don't understand goddamn what it take to have a business, any kind of business. It don't even, like, I just told you about a fucking janitorial business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everything go hand in hand.
Uh-huh. And you probably wouldn't even have never guessed in a million years I had a janitorial business and now I'm a photographer.
Yeah, I didn't, bro. But that's the same thing with me though. It's like people don't really, they think that I just went from having a job to just real estate. Boy, I was cutting grass. I was pressure washing houses.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing sod. boy, I was doing whatever it took to make some money. Boy, I ain't never go home until I made some money. And that's how I get to this point, bro. You gotta go through all the steps, boy. It's just like Tony Montana. My boy was a dishwasher. He started off as a dish. Nigga don't want to wash dishes no more, bro.
In a taco bus.
Yeah. Even one of my partners, Cam. You know, Cam. It just always stick with me because I it's like just resonate. You know, Cam Pitts. He do the HVACs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. He married to my cousin. So me and Cam was talking one day about this like kind of same shit, and he was like, he can't keep nobody because when he go eat steak, they think they supposed to eat steak. You know what I'm saying? They just started working with him. He like, he eating a steak on lunch. They want steak too. Like, bro, you don't get no steak, bro. You feel me?
Hell nah, you don't get no steak.
But that's how they think, and people don't care. Like, they don't care about what it took for you to be at a point where you can eat the steak. They just want steak automatically. They want what you eat. You eat steak, I want steak too. I don't want no burger.
A lot of people don't know how to stay down neither till they come up. But
nobody don't want to do that no more. Everybody
that's a process that's hard to teach.
They want microwave success. But you gotta already understand that like anything that comes fast don't last. You feel me? It's like when you go through like all the emotions, all the steps, you learning something in the moments, bro. You feel me? Like you learning something the whole time. It's not like you can't get to where you getting to without learning. Like all that shit is a learning process from the beginning to the end, bro. Like I still go back to my very beginning. I still move like I moved in the very beginning. Like it's shit that I did then that was so fucking important that if I didn't do those things, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. But that shit count though. So that's why I be trying to tell people like, don't look at what I do now. You got to go back to 2018 when I started. 2017, even learning about even money, financial literacy a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? You got to go back to that shit and then move and progress from there. It ain't about what I'm doing now, because what I'm doing now, you can't just wake up and just do this shit. You got to go through them steps, bro.
Bro, before we get off, what's is it anything you would change in your, hold on, you in your 30s now, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you would change in your 20s? Because that's my new favorite question. My old favorite question used to be, when I first started podcast, I used to ask niggas a lame ass question. It was, what's your definition of love? That shit was lame as fuck. Bro, I don't know why I used to ask niggas that, bro. That shit, I wasn't asking relationship questions. It was just like, just love, period. But yeah, what would you change in your 20s? That's my new favorite question.
I went out in my 20s. I say I would change probably nothing, bro. And the only reason why I say that, because like I wouldn't really change it, because I just feel like everything is a learning curve. It kind of like, because some people like, where you think you'll be if your dad was still alive? Like, who care about no shit like that?
I hate questions like that.
Yeah, I don't think about it. It never crossed my mind, like. Because I just feel like everything is happening for a reason. And you just got to just go and grow. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really change nothing. I just like, because I feel like even now I'm like getting better. Like I'm getting better with life. I'm getting better with just being a better person all the way around across the board right now. So I couldn't say that I'd be feeling this way if I didn't go through whatever happened in my 20s. So I wouldn't change nothing, bro. I don't live life with like really no regrets. Like, only time I regret something sometimes is like if I bought some stupid shit. But I don't really regret too much of that. But because I might enjoy it, whatever I bought. You know what I'm saying? I might just, it probably didn't make sense to buy it at the time. But if I enjoying it and I'm getting something out of it, then it's cool. So I just go with it. Yeah, so I don't got nothing really I just changed, bro. I just.
I ain't mad at that answer. Especially knowing like how you move. I ain't mad at that answer at all.
You gotta go with it, bro. Like,
yeah.
Cause and then this the other part, bro. Like I'm 30 now, bro. But it's like I live like I'm 50. You know, my shit that's going on. It's like I'm 50. I'm a little bit like, even when I was like in my younger 20s, like always been ahead of like the curve. Like I never been the average whatever person that was my age. So
Yeah.
you got to think about that too.
Especially if you was working in a factory, working 16-hour shifts when you was a teenager.
With
You was
real
already ahead
grown
of the
folks.
curve. Yeah.
Bro. So it's like
I
I'm
know we
looking at it from that
disagreeing.
lens.
I know we disagreeing, but them niggas still goddamn should have did a little bit better.
Yeah, but still though, when I was at Bridgestone, it's like kind of same. It's like I'm working, like bro, they used to clown me because I had a Challenger, boy. I had a V6. Yeah, nigga, I'm 23. Cut me some slack, cuz. You see what I'm saying? Like it was shit like that. Like they getting a kick out of that, but it's like, boy, I knew where I was in life.
Bro,
So
people still do that to me because I got a Camaro with a V6. And they be like, nigga, that shit ain't nothing but a V6. But it be niggas who ain't got cars.
or a house.
Yeah.
You say a house. Like you don't
Yeah.
even own your home, cuz. Like, but you pulling up in a goddamn scat pack and you live in an apartment. You feel what I'm saying? With a roommate too. So it's like you gotta really slow down.
Niggas be having Hellcats and stay in apartments, dog.
They won't have it for long. They gonna come get that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Quick. They come
Damn,
get that,
it's
bro.
crazy you say that. I got a homeboy, bro. He called me all the time, asked me for a ride from work, bro. Bro, he just wrecked his Scat Pack, and they didn't pay the whole thing off because the shit cost so much. It was a brand new Scat Pack.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. And this nigga, he trying to buy another one, and I told him, I said, hey, bro, you know your Scat Pack costs more than that house I stay in, right? Like the payment. And he said, so? And I said, nigga, not so. And he older than me. Bro, he the nigga in the neighborhood who I used to beg to let me put my bike on the back of his pickup truck. And he used to keep driving like, nah, nigga, you pedaling hard. Cause I was in middle school. He was a senior. Now the nigga riding in my car with me.
Fool.
Life crazy.
It be like that, bro.
Life is crazy,
Like,
bro.
And that go back to my whole plan, boy. It's like, boy, if I ever had a scat pack or some shit back then, y'all probably would never got to a point where I could own the house.
Yeah.
That would have been even having that V6 Challenger was done for me at that time.
Yeah.
I ain't need that. Like that was probably one of the worst purchases I made, but it wasn't that deep. It ain't like kill me, but it still was like,
yeah, it wasn't no whole bunch of money.
It was in a way.
Back then, what your note was, like $350?
Probably like $400.
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
Being young with that, still that same car, it's like the insurance was high too. So it was like $400-500. But it's like
Your insurance probably like $350.
I can't even remember. Bro. It's so long.
Unless you had a whole bunch of
but
tickets.
but at that point, that was my dream car, so I ain't care. I was
Yeah.
like, boy, I got it. So it ain't have to be no scat and nothing like that. Cause back then it wasn't even really about that for real then.
They ain't even make scats back then.
Not like that. I think they had just came out, boy. They used to be giving me hell.
Oh yeah, the Bumblebee motherfuckers here. For sure.
And it was the older niggas at work. It wasn't no young niggas. It was always the older niggas. Like, well, I'm 23, 24 years old. You 30, got kids, whole situation going on. Boy, this all I'm supposed to have. They was killing me though, boy.
Them niggas had Ford Rangers.
Yeah, but I knew one day I was gonna go past them anyways. That wasn't
Yeah.
Cause it's just that was they ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
They still work though. That's they
For
ceiling.
sure.
Then they
sure.
get their house and a car. That's it. It's over with. Like, but that's the other thing too, bro, about them plants. Like, it's a trap.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because when you, bro, they got at Bridgestone, they had like a relationship with the car dealerships, and I don't know if you know about XC11, what they call it. It's called
I know with the car dealerships, they'll automatically approve you if you work there.
yeah, and you get a discount.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a subdivision over there. It's called, damn, I can't think of the name.
It's in Johnson.
It's
Bridgestone and Johnson, right? South Carolina?
Granderville.
Oh, okay.
It's right there off the exit too. But they call that motherfucker Bridgestone Plantation. It's like 1 million houses back there in that subdivision.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, so most people that work at Bridgestone, they live right there. So it's like 5 minute drive to work. Seriously. So once you get you a house and you get your car, they know where else you gonna go. You done maxed out your
Oh, that bitch a
goddamn.
trap.
Yeah, you done maxed out
Nigga.
your income. It's over with.
Bro, I just said this shit on one of my Patreon episodes. I said working at the Masters the biggest scam in Augusta.
How?
When you a kid,
When you a kid.
you think working at the Masters you about to get this big ass check. You don't know they about to work the shit out of you, and you just getting a full-time check.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just a full-time check.
I think that's
it's not a big check.
Yeah.
It's a full-time
I think
check.
that was like some shit, like some poverty type shit, cause that was the I ain't gonna say that. Damn, I don't want to say the wrong thing. That was like the hood shit. Like, oh boy, I'm working at the Masters. That's some shit like my mama used to say back in the day. Like, she working at the Masters. It's like a big thing for them, but like to people who really make money, that ain't shit for real. You know what I'm saying? It's something to do, but it's really for like a kid.
If you get an $800 check in a week and you work 10 to 12 hours a day, that's a regular check.
It's a regular check, bro. For somebody who got a job.
Yeah.
Most times people that my mama, she ain't had no job. I love my mom, but she still ain't had no job. So that was just like some extra money to make. If you ain't made no money a whole year, and now you can make $800 in a week.
Oh yeah, it's up then.
So you was like income tax all over again.
But that's a scandal. That master shit.
It's good for a high school student or something, somebody who not really in the workforce, but as far as like a grown ass person, bro, it's like it's regular shit.
Shout out to the Water Boys though. The Water Boys made some money this week.
The Water Boys? What
you know, nigga, it was a whole bunch of Water Boys on Washington Road selling waters.
They
was selling them bitches for like $10 a bottle.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Bro, these young niggas, they different.
They different. They want money now.
Yeah, they different, bro. They was going crazy, bro. I'm talking about cooler, walking around.
Damn, that's hard.
And you know, parking suck in Augusta. Yeah. So niggas is walking, it's hot. It wasn't really that hot this week.
It was cool.
But if you walking and you ain't walked in a long time and you been drinking.
Oh yeah, boy.
They was killing them niggas.
Did you see that dude leaning?
Yes, bro. The nigga fell into the stop sign.
Boy, that dude cannot get his shit together. He was leaning like a kickstand.
Bro, I bet Richmond County locked a lot of them niggas up this week.
Yeah, I bet. Downtown too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the week started out crazy. But yeah, the Water Boys, they hard though. Like
yeah, they going
these
crazy.
Kids getting money for sure. Like that's something that I got some plans to do some stuff with my kids next summer. I just wanted to get a little bit more bigger so they can start making their own cheese. But I be my little boy. He be coming with me sometimes. Like the loads, I let him load up the dumpster now, so he be outside with me. Like, he gotta earn his stay. He like to work though, bro.
He's still little though.
Yeah, he like to work though. But that boy get out of school, he be like, I want to go work with daddy. Like,
yeah,
trying to get him in a groove of just like wanting to work, like that being a thing, like because that's something that they gonna always stick with him.
Yeah,
It go a long way, for
bro.
sure.
Once you teach that right there, shit, man ain't gotta worry about nothing else.
Yeah, and the earlier the better for real though, cause I ain't gonna lie, like when I was a jit and we stayed in that manor, like my daddy was the candy man before he passed away. So I learned like how to sell stuff because I used to hold his store down when he wasn't there. So I was like selling shit. So and then seeing him do it, that just put me in mind like I want to sell something. And then once I got a little older, I had got me a little lawnmower. So cause I needed back to school clothes. I was cutting grass in the hood and shit like that for a little minute, trying to get some shoes and shit like that to go back to school. So like all those little early moments going through all of that, that's the same shit I do now. It's just regular, bro. Like it ain't like I just know so much more than people. It's just I just choose to work harder.
Yeah. Once you really learn how shit work, it's the same shit over and over again.
It's the same shit, bro. People overthink it. They think that it's just like, oh, you just super smart, or you just saved up how much? Or you saved up $1 million and then you start a real estate. It's like, No, I actually kind of started with kind of no money. It's just that when I started, like I just had learned enough to continue to go and keep going. That's it. That's the only difference. And you can't be scared to take a risk.
That's the biggest thing. Risk equals reward. If you eliminate either one from business, there is no business. Risk equals reward.
That's true, bro. Yep.
You eliminate either one, there is no business.
Yep. And a lot of people scared to fail. So that's why I tell people it's like when I was younger, like it's different from if I was trying to start real estate now versus when I was 24. I ain't had shit. I ain't had much to lose. Like I only had an apartment and a car. So it's like I don't got much to lose. Like I ain't have kids and all that. So the sooner the better. You feel me? And it's never too late. But you just still gotta be. It's always a risk. Like even now, it's a risk. It's just so that I trust myself and my judgment, so I still move a certain way, and I got the confidence to keep going. But it's always a risk, though. That's just gonna come with it. But it's a risk when you clock in at work as well, because tomorrow when you go to that job and they got them doors locked and say that's it,
They might fire you.
what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was a good pod, bro.
I appreciate it, my boy.
Oh,
sure.
we went crazy too. We almost got to 3 hours. I ain't did a 3 hour pod in a long time.
Nah, it was a good topic though. Nah, it was smooth, bro. I was looking forward to it because it's like I said, bro. Like you been around, so you actually know me, bro.
Oh yeah, I knew what I was gonna talk to you about before. Like I'm especially because like when it comes to the pod shit, I be on that Gucci man, no pen, no pad shit. Like nigga, I already knew what I was gonna talk to you about in order. And I did that shit.
For real?
Yeah. That's
But
how I do
it's easy,
podcasting.
though, because you know me.
Yeah. That shit.
I mean,
super
you
easy.
already knowing like what to talk about, like what people kind of like would want to know, and like it's cool.
I didn't even mean to bring up that lawsuit shit. That shit just came up naturally. I ain't had that.
You
on
had
the list.
forgot about that, all that shit, ain't it?
Yeah, it just came up naturally. Yeah.
But it's all good though.
Yeah.
But man, I appreciate it though.
But
I
you
was
told
looking
your
forward
truth
to it.
though.
For sure, bro. I've been telling you the whole time. And you tell if you know what's going on, you don't gotta fabricate. You don't gotta lie, bro. Like that's why when people was calling me about it, bro, it's like I just told everybody just chill out. It's gonna blow over.
And it did.
It blew over. We ain't heard nothing else about it. I really was like, boy, this gonna fuck up my face. I really was thinking of it that way, but it's like, man, I still was making money. Like I started making money soon.
Nah, I told people you your own boss. Shit like that can't fuck your face up when you your own boss.
That's a fact.
It's not like you gotta go to work and somebody gonna call you into the office and like fire you. Like, bro, it's business as usual the next day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
then the other thing is this: like, out of like all these years of doing business, and to say like you only had like maybe 2-3 incidents where somebody felt like something wasn't right.
Yeah.
Bro, that's great. That's incredible.
Even more than that. And I hate to say it like this, but most of them people on Facebook that was commenting on that, they not on Zillow. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Bro, what?
You don't have to worry
For
about
real.
that. They not on Zillow.
Bro, I swear, I was telling my wife that I said, this don't matter. Like, these ain't even my audience.
Yeah.
This only work if like
They not on Zillow. They not
bro,
even
this
in the market.
This not even who I cater to.
They waiting to get their taxes back so they can
You
goddamn
can't stop this.
go get some Gucci loafers. You know what I'm saying?
And then too, bro, it's cool, man. It's life. It's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna go through that. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it.
That's all we got though, man. We out, man.
We out, man. Appreciate it, Slim.
No problem, bro.